really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Hey, motherfucker, what you like to do?
Oh, I don't know. Play chess. Screw.
Well, let's play chess.
They give off to Jonathan Taylor. Jump cutting his way close to the goal line. He's in there. Touchdown. I-N-D-Y. Jonathan Taylor.
Wheeler finds Quan from the logo.
Here's Halliburton into the front court. Mishandled it, but gets a shot. Hits it. Hits it.
John, I have never been better to be on the air with you here in Indianapolis, a place where so many of my dreams have come true.
The Ride with JMV on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Mystic Waters Campground is our site. This is the third annual Labor Day weekend bender with Heaven Hill Distillery, and here's what this weekend entails. I was just explaining this if you were listening to the crossover with Jake and I, brought to you by Love Heating and Air, 353-2141 today, love-hvac.com. You kind of know a little bit about this. We do a lot of the summertime of certainly sports combined with outdoor, a little recreation, a little barbecue, smoking of meats, all that we kind of mix in. And, obviously when we get near the end of the summer, we want to celebrate that. But we also realize on the horizon is going to be a football season. So a week from Sunday, the Colts are officially underway against the Dolphins. For example, next Tuesday, Rick Venturi will join us with his State of the Colts to start the season. And that certainly is going to be a football conversation you will not want to miss. But leading up to next week, it is about all of us. And I mean you and us having one hell of a time. And it's always kind of the summer last blast. And I'm in the minority loving it hot and sweaty. Even before the whole weight loss thing, I loved it hot and sweaty and shirtless, and I probably grossed everybody out, but that was just the kind of the way that it was, and that's certainly the way that I was built. I'm from southern Indiana, and I run around shirtless. But I love it hot, and I love it sweaty. This, however, a majority of the folks out there love this weather. And this weekend, if you're outside the day, this is the weekend weather we're going to have the entirety, although maybe tomorrow and Sunday a little bit warmer. It is going to be glorious. So there's not one reason why you shouldn't join us. And if you're asking, well, wait a minute, this is a camp out weekend for you. Do you camp out? Well, I don't camp out, but I am in cabin number 39, the 39, in honor of the late, great, now Hall of Fame Cobra, Day Parker. 39. And if the cabin is a rockin', you can go ahead and bother knocking, because the good time is going to be on the inside, on the outside at Mystic Waters Campground. Again, right off of I-69 in Pendleton. And I hate, again, I'm not like the Chamber of Commerce guy for the community of Pendleton, but, man, is it awesome. What a great-looking town. I can understand why people would want to live over there. It is outstanding, as I did a little drive-through a little bit earlier. I know Kyle and Chelsea is going to join us. We have food available for you. That is courtesy of Taylor's Pub and Table just down I-69 in Ingalls. But the architect of what we see right here, along with Lisa, the architect of what we see right here at Mystic Waters Campground and Heaven Hill Distillery and the third annual Labor Day weekend bender. You can see right now on our YouTube live feed, the AAA Membership Lounge. Let me introduce to you one Brent Holverson. Brent, this weekend has glory written all over it. It really does.
Hello, John, and absolutely, my friend. What a beautiful day. What a great this is our third annual
buddy.
Weekend bender, so we'll have a lot of fun. It's just getting ready to get started, so come on out and join us. We've got a lot going on today, and we've got a lot of great samples over there. We've got Nicole Miller. She is the new on-premise channel manager
Miller
for Heaven Hill. She's going to join us here today for her.
Shout out to Chad, who just dropped us off some hats and stuff. Chad better be hanging around. That's Chad Robling, now from Denver, Colorado, who comes in just to celebrate this weekend with
us. Look at that. Isn't that outstanding?
How about that, man?
Traveling far from far away, right?
Got us some Rockies hats right here. We may be the only ones that wear these.
That's awesome.
But that's right up your alley, right?
It is.
I didn't know that they had this logo. This logo is like 1,000 times better than our old logo, and their team right now. Matter of fact,
I was at the opening game at Coors Field when their very first game.
You were
ever
there?
Play. Yeah, I was there. I was living out in Colorado.
Who was their starting pitcher?
Oh,
was it David something?
I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday.
Yeah, the starting
what
pitcher.
was going on back then.
I remember the starting pitcher because they and the then Florida Marlins entered Major League Baseball together as expansion teams.
Absolutely. Charlie
Huff, the knuckleballer, I believe, was the first pitcher to start a game for the Marlins. It was David. Why can't I think of the name right now of the Colorado Rockies? But you were actually there.
I was there. It was the very first game at Coors Field, and we all got our inaugural pins. And I remember I was in outfield, and it was right over the bullpen out there, right? And it's it's probably the most beautiful bullpen I've ever seen out there. It's just beautiful waterfalls and trees, and just something very unique.
And that's also before tree was legalized there too. So I mean, you were like tripping like fantastic before it was legal.
I was living the Rocky Mountain High, before it was out there.
It was. It's Brent Holverson, and the invite is out. We want to make sure the red carpet is always out here. So you're telling people they need to show up and show up right now. Start filtering in for the Labor Day weekend bender.
Absolutely. So it's come out and join us. We do have we've got plenty of tent sites available. I think we're all sold out on cabins and RV spots, but there might be one out there. So call up at Mystic Waters in the lodge. They'll get you taken care of. But I will tell you this.
Yes.
I mean, with this weather, it is a great time to be outside. It is a great time to come out here. We got great samples. We got a full-on bar over there.
I just took a picture and sent that out. That's incredible.
Isn't that nice? That's a nice little layout.
Absolutely incredible. And that's how you sample things right there. As we got barkeeps over there ready to oblige. All you have to do is show up right here too.
And we have Taylor's Bar and Table that have brought the wonderful food. Their food is outstanding.
We got to get Chow and Chelsea over here right now too.
Chelsea and Kyle. We've got the two. We've got the whole crew out here right now. This is outstanding. So
I saw what they brought, and it is a great spread per usual right there. I know Kyle's got to get to a high school football game. We're not going to leave you out either because Bob Lovell's going to join us. Night number 2 on a Friday of high school football is coming up later on this evening as well. So we got you covered there. Don Fisher with IU, Old Dominion coming up later on. I mentioned too Kevin Nealon, 9 seasons on SNL, just an incredible long talent in a career. It's really tough to maintain like that. Kevin Nealon has done it. He's spending the weekend here in Indy, downtown at Helium Comedy Club. He's going to join us, scheduled to join us at the bottom of the hour. So Chelsea and Kyle from Taylor's Pub and Table, just down the way here, guys, in
right
Ingalls, Indiana.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right down the way. Thank you for bringing the food.
Yes, thank you very
much.
much.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for including us with that.
Absolutely. It is incredible. Now, you're coming back. You're going to a football game tonight.
I got to go to football. My daughter's dancing for the shout out to the Carmel Charisma.
Oh.
Okay.
My daughter Macy is dancing over there before the football game. We're going to get over there and watch her dance.
Are you going to bring Kevin Wright back here after the football game, too?
If he needs a ride,
if Kevin Wright needs a ride, we'll get him a ride here.
Yeah.
We'll get him taken care of.
Yeah.
So it's we're trying to keep Brent dialed down a little bit because he's still euphoric with the deal yesterday with Micah Parsons of the Packers.
Man.
That is still unbelievable. And on the surface right now, it looks like the worst deal of all time for Dallas. I mean, it really does.
I love that.
Looks
I
like
love
the
that even
worst
more.
deal of all. You're going, wait a minute, 2 late-round picks, and you get a 30-year-old defensive lineman. I guess if you have a disgruntled guy and the two sides aren't going to meet somewhere in the middle, that's one thing. And he would be the third high-dollar guy on that team that's middle of the road anyway. But, man, that is a rough way to go about having to deal somebody.
It really is, and I saw all kinds of stuff people were sending me last night, Jerry Jones memes and all this stuff, and I just love it because I do not like the Cowboys. They're probably my second most hated team behind those Chicago Bears.
Chelsea, what are we thinking about the start of the NFL season? Because you're always our insider every time we come over there with Larceny Bourbon Locks and Luna's Old Tequila Shots.
There.
No, well, I mean, I got to put the pressure on you just a little bit. What are you thinking about the start of the season?
It'll be fun. I saw my favorite meme last night was Luka next to Micah Parsons. It was like, imagine showing this to a Dallas sports fan 8 months ago.
It is crazy. You got anybody that you like? Especially, I know you kind of tend to live more in the betting world too, but
I do.
You always come correct. Nicely done.
I'm excited to see
world.
what the Bills do this year. Honestly, I don't know. Watching Hard Knocks, that was fun seeing the inside parts of their worlds. But it's one of those teams where I can't really hate them. I like them. They can never get past the Chiefs. So we'll see.
They need some receiver help, I think, is their biggest thing right there. That's all they need. They're a big receiver short right now.
It is interesting to see how teams kind of recalibrate, especially after the first month or so, and see what they have and see what is necessary right here. It makes you wonder what the Colts are going to be looking at in that capacity, too. If there's one exciting thing about the Colts, guys, and Kyle, we can start with you there on the end. What's the most exciting thing about the Colts?
Man!
Most fans, it probably would take them that long to come to a conclusion as well.
For, I know. Jones, aren't we?
Yes,
we have to be.
Well, I mean, unless
you want to trash the season,
and
be done. So
and the season, may end up getting trashed anyway. But hell, you might as well go out and try to win a game or two, right? That's clearly what they're trying to do. So yeah, Daniel Jones, what for you, Chelsea?
I said it last time. Defense is going to carry us.
You think? Yeah, well,
I think they're going to have to.
We have seen, unlike any other team, that Chris Ballard's been here stinking forever, but we've seen, like any other team, him put so much stock and time and focus in on the secondary, unlike we have ever seen. So they bring Lou Anarumo in. That's his style of play, and they have, to their best of ability, with a lot of veterans, too, in the mix, tried to mix in a lot of guys as far as that secondary is concerned. Again, to a level we've not seen with Ballard while he's been here.
Yeah, and like Chelsea said, they've got to carry the Colts to keep them in it, right? And you got to get Daniel Jones. He's got to come back. He's got to be that comeback player of the year status, and that's I don't know if that's a thing or not, but hopefully that'll happen. But yeah, the defense is out there. They're good. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see that. But they start off with Miami on a week from Sunday. Already, that's outstanding.
That is as must-win as a Week 1 game. Everybody jokes about me being must-win guy. Oh, man, that's just you. When you're trying to stir the pot, must-win in Week 1. This is as must-win as any game in Week 1 ever. And I don't care if you can do the math and they can make it still, and there's no problem. You don't have to win in Week 1. This team has shown a history of being an absolute mess in Week number 1. And you want to give any sign of hope whatsoever, you go out and win in Week 1. So I think it's past the mathematics and, what is necessary on paper to win and what you have and what you don't have to have. In this case, Brent, this is a have to. Coming up a week from Sunday against the Dolphins.
And, it's, you look at the line. The Colts are favored, right? So that's good to see. I mean, that Miami squad, it's going to be interesting to see how they even come out and play, right? Tua is Tua, so he's going to be interesting to watch. Achane, what he's going to get going. You got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle out on those outsides. Colts have to have some good coverage to hold those guys in check.
It's Brent Holverson right there, our third annual Labor Day weekend bender at Mystic Waters Campground in Pendleton, right off of I-69. We would love to see you here. This is just the beginning of the parties, and we got to thank Taylor's Pub and Table, both Kelsey and Chelsea. I'm sorry. Why do I want to call you Kelsey all the time? Chelsea.
Taylor's Bar.
I think it's because it's Kyle. Yeah. So Taylor's Bar and Table. I call it a pub and table. I'm just all over the ice right
here. Well, they've got Taylor's Pub.
I think I need a cue card right here. Give me a cue card. So Kyle and Chelsea are here as well. What are the hours for the Ingalls location, too?
We open at 11 through the week. We close at 10 p.m. Friday, Saturday, 11 p.m.
Yeah, so that's excellent.
You can take your kids to that one too. So.
And the food is outstanding. The staff is outstanding. I mean, it's great. It's exit 214, just 5 miles down the road from Mystic Waters here.
And you guys open, what, hours-wise, Kyle? What do you guys got at Ingalls over there? For people, hours-wise, how late are you open, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Oh, we're open till 10 or 11.
There you go.
It just depends.
You kind of look like you didn't know either. I was going.
I thought Chelsea just said that.
Did she really?
Did, yeah.
Oh, did she really?
Well, we'll cover that again.
What's my problem here?
11
to 10.
I'm only like 15 minutes in. I don't know what my problem is. Senile, I guess, a little bit here. But no, thank you guys for bringing out the food. We appreciate it.
Listen, this thing, it's a pretty natural little partnership with these guys, considering they're right down the road.
Yes.
You can sit right here on the patio and order delivery from Taylor's Bar and Table. If you get to our website, you can order your food and not have to get out of your seat here.
All right, and you're going to make some picks with us later on this year, right?
I sure will.
Yeah, we can't wait for you. You're always pretty on target with that, though. You do pretty well. Now, are you a gambler?
Yeah.
Do you wager?
Awesome. How do you think I buy my shoes?
Well, that's the other thing you are, too, which I'm a big fan of, by the way.
Taylor takes good care of me, but I've got expensive
not
taste.
on the hook for the shoes right there or anything like that. No, seriously.
These are some work shoes today.
So how many How many pair of shoes do you have? And do you have some that are just on display? Just on display shoes?
Yeah.
Like, what's your best, most famous, most popular pair of shoes on display?
I've got a pair of Slim Shady 3s.
I've never even heard of this.
Yep.
What are
Jordan 3s, Slim Shadys.
So, M&M shoes from...
They're Jordans.
Okay.
Yep. Jordan 3s.
What year did they come out? With
I don't even
Slim
remember.
Shady
I've only
3s?
worn them one time. I went to a Lions Seahawks game in Detroit, and I wore them one time for that, and they went right back in a case. So,
do you have a price tag for the Slim Shadys right there? What's the price tag on that?
I haven't looked in a while, but it's up there.
Wow. That's nice.
You're out here giving away your cabin number. I'm not telling people where I live. I'm going to lose my shoes.
The party's raging at 3-9. It sounds like I've already partied a bunch, and hell, I just pulled up here at 1:45 or so. So I'm all good.
Piss water out here.
Thanks.
Again.
That's exactly what it is. Well, this is the life water. I got to have that to live right there. Life
Looks like
water.
well water.
Yeah, well, it does kind of look like. I think honestly, in Greene County, that's what my water used to look like right there. I think I showered in water just like that right there. All right, hey guys, thank you very much for supplying the food. We appreciate that, and you're coming back, Kyle. Right?
I'll be back, man. I'm gonna hang out with you guys all weekend.
And Chelsea, you're coming back or not?
We're ready for football season over at Bar and Table. We've got
college football later on tonight once again. Had the openers last night. You got IU and Purdue both underway. Notre Dame later on this weekend. It'll be a fantastic weekend.
So and it's the best time of the year for us.
I know my man Todd over there is going to Columbus tomorrow for Ohio State and Texas. The Longhorn guy rocking the gear right there. A little Arch Manning action. So it should be fun. But no, guys, thank you very much for all that you do for us. And by the way, we should remind folks, Kyle, that we're going to be in Nora coming up a week from today.
That's Friday.
A week from today in Nora at Taylor's
Friday.
Pub. Yeah.
That'll be great.
So we'll be ready to rock.
The season. We're giving away tickets.
Thank you, guys. Can't wait to see you back. If you can imagine how I sound now, just wait until 9 o'clock tonight. That'll even be even better right here. 39 over there. If it's rocking, come on in. Don't bother knocking. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Kyle and
Appreciate
Chelsea
you.
right there from Taylor's Bar and Table in Ingalls, just right down the road off of I-69. Brent?
Right down the road, and awesome people, and it's a pleasure to have you guys out here.
You guys.
I love being able to see Kyle out here all the time, too. So, so anyway, come out and join us. You can get out here for $5, or I'll throw this out here, too. So Sierra's doing a shoe drive, right?
Yes.
So I'll tell you right now, if you bring a pair of gently worn shoes or extra pair of shoes out here, we'll go ahead and get you in with a pair of shoes. How about that? Come on out here.
What did Chelsea call my water?
Well water. Looks like well water.
Wait a minute. It's not bad.
But see, you've got the water of life right over there.
The life
with
water. It says 3 times triple filtered, so that's going to stand for something right there. Triple filtering that stuff. Hey, all right, we're going to get underway here. We've got a busy show for you. We just want to see you out here. How can people get here and be a part of what we're doing here on the 3rd annual, Brent?
Come on out. Like I say, just up I-69, exit 219, the Pendleton exit. You'll turn left, go around the roundabout, and it'll bring you right down. We're just off the interstate there. So come on out. And like I say, it's $5, or bring a pair of shoes out here for donation. And Sierra's doing a little amazing thing where she's collecting some shoes and donating them.
She's about 6'2" right now. I mean, my goodness.
Well, hopefully,
when has all this happened?
Hopefully, we'll get Sierra up here to talk a little bit about the Soulshine shoes.
I think she's a talker. I think Sierra will do it, right? If she follows in the footsteps of her dad, I think
she's
she'll
over
be fine.
there. She's walking in though.
I know. Yeah,
she's ducked out a little bit, but
no, she's getting taller. How's everything going with the Mount Vernon volleyball team? So
good.
far
They
season?
are 8-1. Actually, dropped the game to Guerin the other night, which was.
You mentioned Brian Cardinal's son.
Brian Cardinal's daughter.
Daughter plays on that team.
She was outstanding. But no, the girls they had 3 games this week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they won, of course, 2 of those, lost 1. So they're sitting at 8-1 on the season, and I believe they're ranked in the top 10 in the state. So. They're going to be a force to reckon with. There's 9 senior girls on that squad, and they've been playing together. Sierra and Liv and Aubrey have played varsity since their freshman year. So this is their year to go after it, and I think they can do it.
She's giving us a thumbs up, by the way. The growth of that school, to me, is incredible.
Oh, it is.
Of Mount Vernon.
You know, it's an amazing school.
It was like it really has really reminds me of Center Grove, where used to be a country school, and now it's kind of evolving into one of the larger and certainly one of the more impactful athletically season after sports season. Doesn't really matter what you're playing. Seems like they're winning.
They've got a lot of great things going on, playing in 4A. So, I mean,
Who's that left-handed kid going to Purdue over there? That's a
Luke Ertl.
Yes, I've heard good things out of Luke Ertl. Luke Ertl, left-hander.
He is he's a stud, man.
Rumor has it he can shoot it as well as me, but he would have to show it.
You know what? We might have to get a little challenge going on. I might have to take the young buck on that one, John.
I'll be honest with you. I struggle guarding left-handers because for whatever reason I'm so stupid. I end up like when I get out defensively, I will get on everybody's right hand because I'm assuming everybody's right-handed and the left-hander just busts right by me.
But if you know that going in, don't you kind of change your?
I'm just really dumb. That's the problem. I think that's been my biggest problem all my life is I'm just so stupid that's what happens. Yeah, left-handers just go right by me and then finish. Really, once you get about 10 steps from the rim, you're going to have a pretty easy finish against me. Because I'm going to go, I don't like this contact stuff very much. But Luke Ertl.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, hey, and again, the Mount Vernon soccer team, Sierra's boyfriend, Brady Weber, awesome kid, too, man. This guy, he is great. But they're doing great, too. And Charlie Cole he kicked 6 goals the other night, I think, too. I mean, they're dropping some stuff going on over there. They've got a good little sports program, and it's cool, John, to see the growth, like you mentioned, right? I mean, it's kind of moving that way. McCordsville, Fortville.
Yeah.
It's pretty outstanding. And, the reason we switched school districts was really because of that, right? Like, so 350 kids in their class.
But now everybody's doing that now,
Kind of
right?
like Seymour. Well, there's a lot of them doing it. Yeah, absolutely.
So this show brought to you by Mount Vernon and also the South Madison School District, which is Pendleton Heights, the town of Pendleton right here. That's our location, Mystic Waters Campground. Brent, one more time before the break here. People can join us now and then all weekend long, can't they?
Absolutely. Come on up. Like I said, we've got for $5 you can get in. Come in. We've got the show till 6 o'clock. We've got food trucks out here. We got a coffee truck out here. We got a full Heaven Hill bar right over there. We've got Taylor's Bar and Table with some amazing food out there right now. And then, like I say, later tonight, we've got the food truck. And then Sammy and Cully will be playing tonight about 7 o'clock.
Love it.
Sammy Farr's, her voice is absolutely amazing. Jason Cully's guitar playing, unbelievable. So we've got a lot of fun tonight. Tomorrow, it all starts up again. We've got some music in the afternoon with Way Day. And we also have a shuffleboard tournament tomorrow. Come on out and have a chance to win some amazing prizes, I'll tell you that. And then there's also a little float contest. So if you got a float, come on up. The most amazing float's going to win a prize, and the best float name is also going to win a prize. So, and then we're going to cap it off with the 3rd edition of the JMV Takeover live out here at Mystic Waters from 6 to 12 tomorrow night.
And on B105.7, Brent, let's take a break, and we'll come back. I mentioned Voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher coming up, Pat Sullivan. Hashtag Ask Pat. I'm going to send out that picture. Free Yeti and sauce. Yeti and sauce. I'll explain a little bit later on in the show as well. Bob Lovell, it is Friday number 2 of high school football with Bob coming up. But on the other side, we are scheduled to be joined by Kevin Nealon, actor, comedian, 9 seasons, I believe, on SNL. Kevin Nealon is spending the weekend in Indy. And with that, he wants to be a part. He wants a piece of the 3rd annual Labor Day weekend bender, Mystic Waters Campground. Outside of Pendleton, would love to see you with Heaven Hill Distillery, the stream, the app, HD Radio, the AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live at 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
Every day.
Good. So what's the problem?
I don't know.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Oh, thank you for joining us. Cam's the on-site engineer. James back at the studio, Mystic Waters Campground on a Friday. JMV Takeover, the All Request Saturday night, powered by Big Red Liquors tomorrow night, right here, 6 until midnight. And basically, this is a hangout session all weekend long, starting right now. Mystic Waters Campground. We are outside of Pendleton off of I-69. Very easy to find, very easy to get to. And there is no question with us, a very easy hang. We're looking for you with Heaven Hill Distillery and Taylor's Bar and Table with food right now that is going on, which is open for them right down the way in Ingalls. And Brent Holverson rejoins us as he's going to be here not only later on today with us, but throughout the weekend, my brother. This was a terrific idea. This was your brainchild back in the day right here. This was it.
You know, it was pretty awesome, man. I mean, this all came together. This was back in 21. I'm driving back. I was working in Muncie, coming back from a meeting. And I remember this used to be a Pine Lake, so you know, we've cleansed that name because it was a Pay Lake fishing spot. And as I was driving by, John, they were rolling out a tape that said "For Sale by Owner," and just kind of got on the Google machine, did a little looking, thinking, I don't know if I can. I saw it and like, hey, this might be something we can do. So I went over to Lisa and said, hey, you want to buy a campground? And you know, we talk about and laugh about that quite a bit. But you know what Lisa's done out here is tremendous, and we're blessed to have the staff out here. The staff is what makes this place. The vibe is awesome. Everybody that stays out here, we've got a lot of people, and just it's been amazing, my friend. And you know, I think you've probably seen over the years we do a little bit of upgrades here and there. We've done a lot out here over the past 3-4 years. So this is our 4th season right now. And this is our 3rd annual weekend bender. So it's an honor to have you out here, man, and celebrate the Labor Day weekend in style.
Yeah, I don't know what would have inspired you to buy a campground in that fashion, but that's pretty awesome right now with that vision.
You know, I used to camp here in the early 90s, seeing some shows at Deer Creek, and there was no infrastructure. There was no buildings or anything. It was just land and thousands of people camping out here. It's just a great, great property. And again, it did its thing for a few years, and we saw a great opportunity not only for 38 acres of land right off the interstate, but to bring to life what we love to do, and that's being outdoors, camping. You know, we're 9 miles north of Deer Creek, or Ruoff, if you will. So tying in some shows is a little piece of the puzzle, but we do all kinds of stuff out here, from weddings to class reunions to family gatherings. I mean, all kinds of fun stuff. And with 25 cabins, 80 RV sites, and hundreds of tent sites, there's enough out here for everybody. Kayaking, paddleboarding, swimming. There's a beach. We've got 2 other bodies of water that we allow catch and release fishing for. So, again, just getting outdoors, right? You know, getting outdoors and enjoying it. And days like today, it does not get much better than this, my friend.
Luke Bryan was last night.
Luke Bryan was last night.
That's one of the bigger shows at Ruoff, is it not?
You know, it was it's been a little bit different of a schedule for Ruoff this year.
I don't even think that people at Live Nation have been too fond of the schedule this year. And the schedule was better last year, but you got to remember, it was a reschedule of Pearl Jam, which was on the list. That was a big deal. Red Hot Chili Peppers was a part of it a year ago as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for us, I mean, like Dave Matthews Band every year is out here, and we'll have 600 people out here, and it's awesome. We do shuttles for every show. So, you know, $25 gets you to and from. That's what costs to park over there these days. So come out of here, stay with us, and get a nice, safe ride to and fro, and be able to enjoy the 38 acres out here that we love to be a part of.
What shows are going on this week? I know Billy Idol
and
Joan Jett tomorrow.
Right? Yeah, and then I think there's is it Falling in Reverse? I don't even know who that is. I think that's Sunday.
I believe that is a very hard rock, hardcore band. Falling in Reverse. Do they have a song called Zombie something or other?
I couldn't tell you.
Why would I know? I have no idea. Why would I know that? I would think that maybe James back at the studio is probably working some other angle right now and not knowing that. Falling in Reverse. I think it's a bit of a hard rocker.
Yeah, I think it is too. Again, I don't know much about them, but and then I think after that, you got next Friday, a week from today, is Pantera is out there, and it's Not really my gig either, but hey, there's
Still
a lot of people
popular.
that do love Pantera.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes piling on each other in the pit with Pantera will be good.
You'd be down in the pit, wouldn't you?
I probably not for Pantera. I mean, I think they've been at a festival that I've been a part of before. I mean, I don't know if I would target going to see them, but I've been a part of a festival where they've been involved before. I mean, in the 90s, they were different, obviously, than a lot of the alternative bands that were coming out that we fell in love with, but they kind of got swept into that particular pool whenever they did these events and, the Lollapaloozas and the big events where a lot of bands got together. They kind of got lumped in there as well a little bit, even though they were really far from it.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. There's still some great shows coming up, though, too, like Doobie Brothers and the Coral Reefer Band is the 13th, I believe. And there's all kinds of good stuff happening still. So we're honored and excited to be so close to be able to provide some transportation to and fro. And it just makes for a nice little getaway when you get a chance and don't have to worry about driving because that's the number one thing. Be smart when you're driving out there after a couple cocktails. So
yes, no doubt about that. I should mention, too, a couple of Big Ten games coming up later on tonight for you. If you started out your college football schedule last night, it was weird watching like the last couple of IU quarterback other teams. Sorsby you saw with Cincinnati, and Taven you saw quarterbacking Central Florida last night, as well as I think it was CF I think last night where he was quarterbacking, if memory serves, right there against North Carolina State. But kind of weird to see that. Got two Big Ten games later on tonight. Western Michigan, Michigan State at 7 o'clock. That's FS1. Western Illinois, number 12 Illinois, and that's going to be worthy of a watch for a lot of eyeballs if you're at home later on tonight. Just simply because that is going to be the first layer of level of talent that IU is going to play. It's going to be, the first big-time game, clearly, that they're going to play, after their pre-Big Ten schedule. So that should be interesting to see what Brett Bielema has with Illinois coming up this season as well. I should mention, too, top 25 last night, South Florida all over.
How about
number
that?
25 Boise State. I don't know how many people had that. If you're going to wager, 34-7 was the final. And when you think about it, too, I think Boise State scored the first score of the game, I think, in the first quarter, and then did not score again. And outscored 34-0 the rest of the way, I believe that to be.
Yeah, you're spot on.
The Bulls of South Florida ended up getting that win, so that was probably a bit of a surprise to a lot of wagerers out there, I would guess.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, that was one of those games. I mean, Boise State was a 4.5-point favorite, right? So, again, you're going in. It's always tough, though. If you look at these home,
especially when you haven't seen a team yet this year,
right?
Yes.
So, hey, like we always say, you got to tread lightly in the betting world. First couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, just let's see what happens. You're going to get a good feel on it, but. Yeah, Boise State was a 4.5-point favorite, and they just got their doors blown off. I mean, it was pretty awesome. I mean, good to see.
Now, a couple of games tomorrow, and again, we're going to have the big screen out here, able to watch it coming up, too. Ball State, Purdue, that's at noon tomorrow. West Lafayette, the Barry Odom era begins coming up at Purdue tomorrow against Ball State. And Old Dominion and number 20, Indiana from Bloomington. That is a 2:30 start. I know a lot of people are not only excited about this season for Hoosier football, really, and I should not downplay Purdue because a lot of people were excited about just moving away from that absolute catastrophe, that mess that was a year ago, and restarting, rebooting what they hope to be something that can transition to kind of what IU has seen with this early Kurt Signetti Brent success.
Oh, absolutely. And you remember that IU Purdue game was 66-0 back last year, too.
I don't think you want to have any of those memories.
You don't want to have any of those memories. That was absolutely.
Yeah. But so, you got that noon, 2:30 tomorrow. Again, Ball State, Purdue, Old Dominion, number 20, Indiana. And the noon start is in Columbus. Our guy Todd, who is here today, is going to that. Number 1, Texas. Number 3, Ohio State. Coming up tomorrow afternoon. Mystic Waters Campground, the 3rd annual Labor Day weekend bender. As we are just now getting started, we will get with you about how you can get here and join us and be a part of this all weekend long. Brent is coming back with us top of the hour, I believe, at some point. I know Pat Sullivan's going to be here as well. Hashtag Ask Pat. I'm going to send out that picture of what you can win with your questions in a moment. Bob Lovell for Friday night number 2 of the high school football season. And voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher, all still to come. Don't go anywhere. The stream, the app, it's HD Radio, the AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live at 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
This is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Mystic Waters Campground, everybody. 3rd annual Labor Day weekend bender. 317-239-1070. We'll get you into the text line mix right now. Yes, I was right about that, James. Zombified is falling in reverse, the band. Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
That's right up your alley. Zombified. Who knew that I was cooler than everybody else? That's weird. Zombified, definitely metal music. Josh. I think he goes, Zombified in the middle of it. Weird. But that's who I was thinking of. I think, is that falling in reverse? I want to make sure that's what the band is. But thank you very much for that. Hopefully, I'll get a few points for being of the younger generation right there. JMV, early in the SNL career, we loved several of Kevin Nealon's skits. Wondered if he remembers his skit title, Hooked on Sushi, from his early years. He plays a private detective who samples sushi with fishing hooks secretly embedded in them. And the owners kidnap him by essentially hooking him like a fish. It's outstanding right there. Kevin Nealon, who's scheduled to join us coming up a little bit later on. JMV, New Pal and Decatur Central. Go Dragons, JR and New Pal. Man, Decatur Central was a champion a year ago. Moves up a bracket or a class and started out rough on the road in Avon last week, and now you're going to get a load of them taking on New Pal, which is something. And listen, they are talented as heck. We'll talk to Bob Lovell about that coming up at 4:30. Talented as heck, but that is a very difficult start of the season for that team. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, I know that was more of a shout-out to New Pal right there, but without question, Decatur Central is talented, but it is a tough beginning for them on the schedule, no doubt about that. Brent Holverson, Heaven Hill Distillery, he rejoins us. We should talk about this. Number 1, Texas. Number 3, Ohio State. That is a part of the Saturday schedule tomorrow. As I mentioned, at Mystic Waters Campground during the 3rd annual Labor Day weekend bender. We're going to have a TV out here being able to watch all of these games, and certainly that'll be one, I'm sure, that is going to be worthy of a watch, is it not?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 12 o'clock, too. Really get the full-on weekend kicked off like that. I mean, absolutely amazing. Yeah, we've got TV inside the lodge, and we'll have one out here as well as some live music to kind of eccentricate the whole thing right there, my friend.
Get that thing going, and later on in the weekend, you've got Notre Dame and Miami, which is a big deal as well. I know we probably say this every year, but and we've certainly had this argument because IU starts out with 3 games where people go blah about. But when you look around the landscape of college football, you could have not done a better job to get us interested and to get us hooked, as we will be early and often with this schedule, because there was good stuff. You could tell last night everybody was a little bit starved because the football wasn't top-notch. Again, that's what you expect at the start of the season. But when we kick it into gear coming up tomorrow, that thing's going to get real, Brent, in a hurry.
It really is. And again, looking at that Notre Dame-Miami game, that's outstanding. You got LSU as well. I mean, there's some good stuff out there. LSU-Clemson, that's going to be a good game. And we got 2 of those games, right?
Yes.
They're both at 7:30. But to kick it off at 12 o'clock, that is just the way to go. I mean, looking at the schedule again, they did a great thing, great way to kick it off too. So we do have if you
is
have
Nicole Miller going to join us?
Is she going to join us? Do we have a quick second?
Well, I know she just brought over a couple of cocktails, which was nice of her. I should mention this as well. This is going to be a game worthy of your attention for a college football fan tomorrow. Number 8, Alabama and Florida State. Now, Florida State, we will see if they can get back to becoming even in the general vicinity of what we would expect out of Florida State. Very interesting from Tallahassee, and a start coming up tomorrow. That's a 3:30 gathering, number 8 Alabama and Florida State. That is a game we'll get into, Brent, a little bit later on.
That's going to be a tall task. I mean, you know that Alabama squad's always going to be packed. And again, at Florida State, they've got the benefit of being at home. But I think Alabama might roll tide on that one to start the season off for them. So
we have a brand new guest of the show.
We do have, and it's awesome. I mean, I've had the pleasure of knowing Nicole for 6-7 years now, and she has recently joined the Heaven Hill family here. So she is our channel manager for the on-premise. And last Monday was this is her second week, just wrapping up right here.
Yep.
And she is out here serving some wonderful Heaven Hill cocktails. Nicole, welcome, and welcome to the Heaven Hill family.
Thank you so much.
Are you enjoying this so far? You were with us yesterday at Sid's in Noblesville, which was outstanding.
That was fun.
Back-to-back days. That's a lot.
It's actually my second JMV show. First one was at Big Red on Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one right there, too, man. Yeah, that was hellaciously awesome right there.
So Nicole, she was on premise up in Lafayette.
Yes.
That's where she lived for. I mean, pretty much grew up and lived there, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Originally from Avon, moved up to Lafayette, Benton County kind of area, and went to Purdue, Boiler Up. So now we're here working for Heaven Hill.
That's awesome.
Boilermaker fans everywhere will love you for that, especially now with the start of the new era with Barry Odom.
So we've got a little challenge tomorrow then, because I'm Ball State guy, you're Purdue girl, and we play each other tomorrow.
Right.
So we might have to put a little wager on.
Challenge is on right there.
I'll take those 17 points in the Cardinals. Chirp, chirp.
A little back and forth right there. I think, though, Purdue fans are mostly just happy that there's a change. No matter really. I mean, obviously, you don't want the worst to occur, but they're thinking anything would have to be better than what we have witnessed recently.
Yeah,
so
they were ready for a change, and it'd be interesting to see how it works out. That's why they play the games, right?
All right, Nicole's going to be a part of this festive event all weekend long.
She'll be here tonight with us for sure, and then I think she's got some activities going on for the rest of the weekend. But come on up and give a high five and a hug to Nicole. It's an awesome pleasure to have you on the team.
Thank you so much.
Nicole,
Happy to
thank
be
you
here.
for being a part, too. I've already seen some people peek into cabin number 39's window. Hey, I'm out here, all right? I'm not undressing in there. Stop peeking in my window. So I've seen people walk by right there. They're trying to get a gander, I think, walking by and checking it out. I'm right next to the VW bus, too, which I feel
absolutely.
very good about.
Have you seen the new bathrooms, by the way?
I have seen the new bathrooms.
Aren't those sharp?
Yes.
Those look sharp,
It's
don't they? Yeah.
fantastic. So, no, everything
awesome.
is good. There's Pat Sullivan waiting
I
in the
saw Pat
bullpen
walking
right
in
here.
over there.
Hashtag Ask Pat. We have free Yeti and sauces. Free Yeti and sauce is always good for free. So get your questions in. Final Pat Sullivan experience for the summer of 2025 is coming up next. Bob Lovell gets us in tune with night number 2 of the high school football season. Bob joins us at the bottom of the hour. Don Fisher, voice of the Hoosiers after 5. Kevin Nealon a little bit later on, who's spending the weekend at the Circle City as well. The 9-season cast member of SNL is scheduled to join us too. Stream the app, HD Radio, the AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live. We got a lot going for you. And come out and meet Nicole, because I think she's tended a little bit with the samples, isn't she?
She is giving some nice size samples out there today, John. We're going to actually go ahead and do full cocktails. Come on out here and get a cocktail, or 6 if you'd like. Just be responsible in the process. But come on up, Mystic Waters, $5 to get in, or bring a pair of shoes. Sierra, she had to leave. She wanted to get up here and talk about her soul shine.
Where did she go?
She's listening to us, I'm sure.
And I heard Sage is not even showing up here this week.
Sage has all kinds of things going on, so it's hard to keep track of her.
The Sager, not even going to be here.
Sierra's actually going to the Mount Vernon football game tonight, but she will be back. And she's got her crew out here going to enjoy the weekend with us.
I've got some shoes right there. I got some Under Armour basketball shoes.
Look at that. That's outstanding.
And I feel bad. They hurt my feet. I don't know if they'd hurt everybody else's, but it's kind of like wearing barbed wire on my shoe. I mean,
I don't know if we really want those then, John.
Okay, well, I'll take those back and bring something else. But they're generally used because I put them on once and I go, these are really uncomfortable on my feet. I didn't wear them again. So they're very gently used, if you will.
Hey, they're going to make somebody's feet really happy.
They will. I'm sure. Well, I could be just a big wimp, too. There's no doubt. So, Nicole, thank you. We're hanging out with Nicole. Brent's going to be here. Pat Sullivan coming up on the other side. Bob Lovell in about 30 minutes. Kevin Nealon, Don Fisher, and a whole lot more. I want you to stay right where you are. Don't go anywhere. Stream the app, HD Radio, the AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live. 3rd annual Labor Day Weekend Bender Mystic Waters Campground. We're outside of Pendleton on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan.
The Ride with JMV.
Ahoy, Ploy.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
That's Cam over there, the on-site engineer. Cam's staying the entire weekend. He's got to go to Anderson tomorrow morning with the Home and Garden Show. More on that in a second. JMV Takeover tomorrow night right here, 6 until midnight, B105.7. Dan Pantos runs things back at the studio tomorrow night. I'll be here for your request per usual, but also for the live mic request. By the way, we've got to give a shout-out over there. Did you happen to see Brent Holverson rejoins us right now, the awesome Michelle Kiefer.
Michelle Kiefer.
Decided to set,
awesome.
She set up her camp about a mile and a half away.
Hey, I'm happy to see her out here. She's out here all weekend, too. I mean, we got an all-star cast building up out here.
Oh, my goodness. Join us again, hour 2 of the start of our 3rd annual Labor Day weekend bender with Heaven Hill Distillery. This is just a part of it today. Mystic Waters Campground, I-69. Brent, tell people how they can get here and what they can be a part of once they do get here.
Well, I-69, exit 219, the Pendleton exit. Just off the interstate there. It's 5435 West State Road 38 in Pendleton here. Also, if you got any questions, you can always call the lodge, 765-221-1078. Ask for the lovely Lisa, or Wendy is up there. We've got an amazing staff, John. That's what's awesome about this. It creates a vibe out here that, and again, you couple it with some beautiful weather, which we're a part of right now, is pretty special. So, come on up and join us. Like I say, $5 get you in. We've got some music with Sammy and Coley taking the stage at 7. We'll be going till 6. We got a full bar over there to help yourself through, do some sampling with some Heaven Hill products. And we're honored to be sitting from another VIP, Mr. Pat Sullivan.
Pat Sullivan, hashtag Ask Pat, the final of 2025. But we got a little sidetracked this season, too.
We did. We did with the Pacers going long, which was great. I would have that. But, hey, your place is great.
Oh, thank you, man.
Normally when because I was listening and heard the story about, you saw the sign go up.
Yeah.
Normally, my advice would be lay down until the feeling passes. But this place looks great.
Cool.
I went right in the men's room. I thought, man, this looks great.
It smells good. I love a good smelling men's room.
That's
you kiss me at that, right?
We try to do a little bit each year, and that was what we did last year. And again, we are fortunate to have some amazing people that work out here for us, and Andy Rector and the team brought the bathrooms to life, and it's just beautiful in there. It's like a Ritz Charles,
Yeah, I love it. I always put at the top of the list Von Mar's bathroom. I think I could live in it.
I've heard you say that before stopping by.
Right. Yeah, it's like that. Like that's very Von Mar-esque.
It is. It is super nice.
You could have a nice little party in there, just hang out.
We might try that sometime, Pat. I'm actually anxious to get your take on some of the things around here too.
What needs to be done around here, Captain Landscape? What do you think?
It's looking good. It's looking good.
Are you away from? Remember back when we were first starting, and you were really critical about people's lawns? Has that gone away?
Well, because we don't. You don't do the. We don't.
Well, remember how critical you were about lawns?
Yeah,
in the backyard. Yeah,
that was. I always loved that.
No, I mean, it's
and this was a different building at the time, and they used to get pissed and go, "Oh well, Pat's," because they thought people were getting mad, and they weren't. But that's just when we have to deal with a nerd. Hey, I tell you what, Pat, I want you to hang on, okay? Because we want to bring somebody else in the fold. Pat Sullivan, Brent Holverson, JMV, Mystic Waters Campground. We are proud because he's going to be here this weekend, the Circle City. I believe 9 seasons at SNL. Actor, comedian, most notably over the summer was a part of Happy Gilmore 2, along with Adam Sandler. Kevin Nealon joins us now. Hey, Kevin, thank you very much for joining us on the show today. How are you?
It's my pleasure. I'm doing great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We are we're doing sports and maybe a little bit of lawn and garden stuff. You got any lawn and garden issues? Any questions? Maybe you could lob at our expert here.
Well, I'm trying to combine the two into one. My problem is this. I play cornhole, and the grass grows up into the hole, so it makes it harder to get the bag in there.
Well, Pat, do you have an answer, a solution to Kevin's issue here?
I do. Talk to the landscaper. Get him out there.
Move the board. Yeah.
Gone.
Oh,
maybe if I got more. Maybe if I hit the target more, they wouldn't grow.
That's actually a good point.
That's
Maybe
a
a
good
little
point.
more practice there.
I have this, Kevin, this vision of Kevin Nealon doing his own yard work. Is that true? Is my vision accurate?
No.
You know what? Growing up, I loved doing yard work. I would rake the leaves. I lived in Connecticut. I would cut the grass. We had a very small yard, but my father had one of those sit-down lawnmowers from Sears, Kenmore. And, you know, it looked like we were sitting on a kid's toy, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yes.
That's the extent of my lawn care right there.
Well, it's what's funny because the lawnmowers you're talking about had like a mower deck that was like 2 inches wide, right? It took you about 3 hours to mow maybe an acre, something like that back then.
That's right.
It's Kevin Nealon, who's going to be at Helium Comedy Club beginning tonight and this weekend, too. How's everything going? And I was always curious, somebody that has your resume and what you've accomplished so far in your career, do you still love going out and doing really how you made your stamp in doing the stand-up comedy? You still enjoy it that much?
I really do. You know, I never stopped doing stand-up even throughout Saturday Night Live and Weeds and Man with a Plan and all those Adam Sandler films because it's really what I started out doing. That's all I ever wanted to do was stand-up comedy. So, yeah, I still love it. And I always love coming back to Indianapolis, too. I always have a good time here. I think it's the people get me here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and that's good because we're on the same page. I'm glad they get me because I have nowhere else to go. I'm like Richard Gere in Officer and a Gentleman, Kevin. I've got nowhere else to go. I'm glad they get me here. I am.
Hey, Kevin, Brent Holverson here, man. Hey, welcome to Indiana, my friend. It's an honor to have you on the show here, too. But, hey, I want to hear a little bit about, you were with David Letterman's show before you got on to Saturday Night Live, right? I want to hear some good David Letterman stories. You got any of those?
Oh, you mean I was on the show as a guest?
You were a regular with on him back in the mid-'80s, right?
Well, I would go on once in a while because, you know, we were doing SNL in the same building. And his show was like down below us on a different floor. So if some guest bailed out at the last minute, they would call me up to come down there. So I did that pretty often.
Okay, I remember seeing it, and you're, you know, again, just David Letterman, a fellow Indiana Hoosier here, and didn't know if you had any great stories about that, but love your work, my friend. And
I do actually have a story about that, Brent.
All right.
I haven't seen David Letterman since, you know, the days of the Late Show with David Letterman. And every time you go on that show, you really don't never talk to him unless you're right at the desk there. You know, he doesn't come backstage. And we all know that kind of personality he had that, you know. And so I ran into him last December, and he could not have been happier to see me. He was raving and complimenting me left and right. So I was really flattered about that.
Well, maybe that's because he spent more time back in Indiana, hometown. He kind of, you know, lost that that a-hole thing he had going.
You love Indiana more than he does now, Kevin, right?
I guess so. I don't know about that.
No, he's still entrenched, obviously, with racing here in Indiana as well. I was going to ask you this. Kevin Nealon joins us, Helium Comedy Club. That is coming up this weekend downtown. You got to check him out. Good dude, great show. Tickets available right now. What do you most note Indiana for? Like when you think about Indiana, what comes to mind first? And be kind, okay? Be kind. What comes to mind first here?
That's way to put him on the spot there, John.
Well, you know, there's of course there's Notre Dame.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, sure. You got Notre Dame. Yeah,
but
obviously you're not.
What comes to mind immediately for me when I hear the name Indianapolis is a couple of years ago I was working at this club, and it was in the winter, and they just had some sleet, and it was frozen on the sidewalk, so it was black ice. And I got out of the car to go into that comedy club, Helium Club, and I slipped on the ice, and I hit my head so hard I thought it was over for me on the sidewalk. And I get up, and I walk into that club, and I don't know if I have a concussion or not. And so the EMTs came, and they checked me out, and they said I didn't have a concussion, but, man, I was hurting. I did 2 shows back-to-back, and I had to lean up against the wall. Well, it turns out I had whiplash for like the next 8 weeks. So that's kind of
Wow.
what I remember right now.
That's what-
But this weekend,
Geez,
I want to make some good memories to kind of pave over that.
So how's it feel to own a comedy club in Indianapolis now?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Did you add that to? Will that be on your list of things to talk about this weekend at Helium? The last
Well,
time?
I'm trying to forget about it, Brent, and you brought it up, so now I got it in my mind again. So I got.
Well, yeah, I can't help it. Yeah, I can't help it. That's Kevin Nealon with us. Yeah, obviously this summer, Happy Gilmore 2, after a lot of years, came back out, and you were a part of that Adam Sandler effort once again. What did you think about the end result? And I will tell you this, Kevin. I had I bring this up all the time. I've talked about this with Sandler before. He was actually for the Super Bowl when he was Indy, and we were talking about how special Happy Gilmore was for him. How special was it for you to be a part of that and to be a part of part two after all these years?
Good question, but let me just go back a little bit first and say that as far as Indiana, I would say that one of my favorite movies is The Hoosiers. So, yeah, so I know Indiana to be the great basketball state.
Right. Well, are you a big basketball guy, Kevin?
Not really. Not really. I mean, for any sports, I like watching at the finals, right?
Right.
The Super Bowl.
Did you watch the
World
Pacers?
Series.
Did you watch the Pacers and the Thunder in the finals this year?
No, I didn't. When is that? When is that going to be on? When will that be on?
Well, it's already coming. It's already come and gone, and we're very disappointed around here because of it. So it is already come and gone.
I'm sorry.
Now, did you grow up? Did you grow up
as far as the?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Did you grow up a sports fan in general?
Not really, but I played a lot of sports. I played football in college. I played rugby and soccer.
Yeah, rugby and soccer. No, which one were you better?
Football was the best.
Yeah, understand.
But which one was the most fun? Rugby?
I would say rugby only because of the parties afterwards.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, and those dudes are hardcore too, by the way, Kevin.
They really are. They really are. I'm sorry I'm stepping on you. We have a delay here in our transmission, but the hardest part about rugby is surviving those parties afterwards.
Yeah. Now, we know that to be true. There's actually a bar that we know very well here in Indianapolis called Connors that back in the day used to be somewhat of a rugby bar as well. I do have a question. Kevin Nealon is going to be a part of Helium Comedy Club all weekend long. Go check him out, and if you happen to meet him downtown, tell him you heard him right here. I don't remember this SNL skit. Somebody said that their favorite skit of yours was called Hooked on Sushi in your early years. Do you recollect that one? Because I'm a big fan of SNL. I don't remember that.
Well, I was just reading the Lorne Michaels book, and they say the proper thing is not a skit, but a sketch. They say in the book that a skit is something from grammar school that you put together, or I don't know. I don't care either way.
I'm very novice. You're talking to a novice right here, Kevin. My apologies, but no, sir.
Well,
it was the sketch about sushi. Yeah.
Well, I don't even think it was a sketch. I think it was probably a parody commercial.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm with you. I don't remember it. Sometimes people will bring up sketches and I have no idea what they're talking about, or I'll be watching an SNL rerun and I'll see me in there and I'll go, wow, I don't even remember this one.
Kevin Nealon joins us, and that begs the question, like you were a part of so many different sketches, but oftentimes some of our grand memories come from those kind of fake commercials. Where did you get the most notoriety for all your seasons at SNL? Was it for a particular sketch, or maybe it was a commercial right there? Because to me, that would be gratifying. Somebody that remembers something that still to this day is so important to them that you may not remember. I mean, that's pretty cool how that stands the test of time.
Yeah. Well, I remember leaving LAX once, and this guy came up to me and you get compliments every once in a while. He says to me, "Thank you for helping to create pop culture." But I think that, I think probably the three things that stand out the most for me that I remember on that SNL was Hans and Franz, Mr. Subliminal, and Weekend Update.
Yeah. Weekend Update. Do you have your favorites? I was kind of thinking about this before you came on here. There's so many. Like, you get Michael Che and Colin Jost, obviously, today. But besides yourself, do you have your favorite that have done or been a part of Weekend Update in the past on SNL?
Oh yeah, I mean my style was I was emulating Chevy Chase because he was the original one, but everybody brings a different talent and personality to that Weekend Update desk, and I think everybody does a great job in their own way. I think Colin Jost and Michael Che do a great job, and it's kind of changed over the years too. It's kind of evolved. When I was doing it, was pretty much just a straight newscaster, and you weren't laughing at your own jokes and commenting on them. So it's and everybody has their own favorites.
Go ahead.
So, hey, I got a question. And one of the favorites, I mean, Hans and Franz, you mentioned, here to pump you up.
Oh, yeah.
I had the pleasure of seeing Dana Carvey and David Spade about 6 months ago. And Dana Carvey still, he was doing a little skit about that, too, and he spoke very highly of you. You guys still have a great relationship?
Yeah, we do. Dana and I have been friends even since before SNL. We even shared a house together in the Hollywood Hills for a little bit. So when sometimes people will ask me how I got on Saturday Night Live, or they phrase it more like this: "How did you get on Saturday Night Live?" And I say, half of it was luck, and the other half was being friends with Dana Carvey because he set up an audition for me.
Kevin Nealon this weekend is going to be at Helium Comedy Club downtown. You can check him out and make sure you heard him. Tell him you heard him right here. Adam Sandler, how often do you guys talk? And I will tell you this, Kevin. Back when the Super Bowl was in Indy, he was on this show with me. We were actually live with one another for about 30 minutes. And I'm a huge basketball fan, and I'm 55 and still play all the time like an idiot, and I love it. He invited me because you know this to be true. He's a huge basketball player, still plays all the time too. He invited me to play, and his handler at the time, Kevin, was supposed to call on a Saturday morning and give me the coordinates to get to where we were downtown at the field house to play, and that call never came. So I still live with
it's weird because I actually got the call and did play with Adam. We had a great time, had a brunch afterwards.
I live in that world of disappointment right now, but I still love the dude and the effect he's had on really everything. How often do you guys talk, and how important a role has he played in your life as friends, colleagues, and coworkers over the years?
I talk to Sandler pretty often. I'm going to be he's going on tour soon, and I'll be doing a couple of guest spots on his show. So I every once in a while I'll see him, or I'll call him, or we'll text each other, and it's like we just picked up where we left off on SNL. And he's a good dude. Everybody loves him, and he's really loyal to his friends. And you're talking about Happy Gilmore too. That was, the first one was a very kind of a contained, low budget movie, and this one was just massive, in every different way. And they had all the cameos on there. It was fun seeing that. And I've asked a lot of people how they liked it, and everybody's like, "Yeah, it was good." I think there's a lot of goodwill toward that movie from the first one.
Yeah, there is. And I was going to bring this up in closing here with Kevin Nealon, but Vern Lundquist, longtime announcer, and is noted for being a part of some great calls. CBS certainly, but others as well, but just some great calls. And I once had him on this show years ago, and he said he is most noted and recognized from his role in Happy Gilmore. With,
is that right?
Across the sports landscape, you're thinking, there's some big moments for him, especially with the Dallas Cowboys, for example, and to know that he is most recognized and noted for being a part of that film, I always felt at the time was pretty amazing for him.
No, I know it. It's really kind of unexpected sometimes the way that happens. Like in this last one, I interviewed, oh God, I'm blanking now, Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, that'll be probably his legacy for a long time, his funny role in that movie, even though, of course, he'll have the legacy of golf and all the championships he's won. But yeah, I think that happens a lot with movies. It's unexpectedly you become known for that.
It's Kevin Nealon with us at No Slipping on the Ice this weekend in Indianapolis. And I should mention this, that Sandler is going to be here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in October. Are you going to be a part of that? You said you were going to be a part of some of his shows. Will you be back here in October?
I don't know. What's the date on that one?
Hell, I don't know. That's a good question. Sometime in October. I don't know. I'm sorry. But, yeah, sometime in October.
Yeah,
how many of those are you doing?
I'm not even sure yet. Maybe a couple.
All right.
Kevin's in town all the time checking on his club that he won in the lawsuit over the slip and fall. So.
Slip and fall.
October 6th.
He's here all the time.
6th
the whiplash. Hey, Kevin, it's an absolute pleasure. We have certainly enjoyed you over the course of your career, whether it's SNL or, Happy Gilmore, Happy Gilmore 2, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, Weeds. Thank you for being a part of Central Indiana on this Labor Day weekend, and have a great time. And when you get back in town again, please do not hesitate to look us up. And maybe one of these days you can join us out live, because we don't have that delay that you have to deal with live. It's much better like face-to-face when we're out live like this.
Oh, okay. Well, I look forward to it. I'm always like coming back here. So next time, let's do that.
You got it. Kevin, thank you very much, and we'll send people your way to Helium this weekend and have a laugh or two down there with you. Thank you.
I love it. Thanks, you guys.
It's Kevin Nealon on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. By the way, that Sandler show, thank you, James, is on the 6th of October. And it's not like he could have answered, I guess, anyway, because he didn't know what shows he was going to be a part of. But Kevin Nealon this weekend, you can check him out at Helium. And I would advise you of this. If you're thinking about it and you go, wait, Kevin Nealon, look up his career. Guys, he has a storied career of being a part of entertainment on so many levels and working with people. It's been pretty amazing.
Yeah, I've never seen his stand-up.
I haven't either. I haven't either.
Ton of
know him as character
stuff,
actors.
yeah.
So, and we do apologize. He had to deal with, and this sometimes happens when you're on a cell phone like that, and he may have been patched through. What happens sometimes we get somebody like that patched through their agent's phone, and there is a little bit more of a delay there, so you could tell he was working with that. But,
or it could have been the way Brett has this place wired over the oak tree.
I don't think I blame Brent for the wiring here.
The wire comes down from the oak.
Do you have time to stay?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to stay until 5 because we got to get Bob Lovell coming on here next, but we'll get you and #AskPat coming up. So, Kevin Nealon. A little bit early.
Yeah, thanks for the warning, too, because I would have prepped something.
Well, I didn't. I thought by the time you got here it was already going to be on.
Yeah.
So that's why. But he did reference you, Brent, the entire damn time.
I know.
I think he thinks this is your show.
Yeah.
We go way back, John.
Yeah, he just latched right onto you.
I know that, man, Kevin.
We're tight,
Who's the guy with the booze? Oh, Brett? Yeah.
He's
my man.
All right, Pat Sullivan, #AskPat is still coming up. Do not miss that. Brent Holverson, Mystic Waters Campground, our 3rd annual Labor Day weekend bender. We've got night number 2 of high school football. We've got Bob Lovell on the other side. #AskPat coming up. Don Fisher, voice of the Hoosiers, on the way. We've got Taylor's Bar and Table. Food here to you, Brent, don't we?
We absolutely do, and you nailed it that time.
Chelsea and Kyle, shout out to you right there for bringing the food. We got that. And are we calling it sampling, or are we just doing the cocktail stuff?
We got straight cocktails out here. I mean, come on and have some cocktails. And we've got the lovely Nicole Miller over there. She's got she's got a great lineup. But look at that spread over there.
Look at Jess Swisher in the house right here.
Hi, Jess.
Isn't Jess pretty awesome? Are you by yourself? Are you waiting? All right, you're waiting. Hey, quick break. We'll come back. Brent and Pat, and then Bob Lovell coming up on the other side. A springboard to your Labor Day weekend. Yeah, really, no pun intended, as we're lakeside right here. Mystic Waters Campground. We are in Pendleton today, the 3rd annual Labor Day weekend bender. You sit tight. We're back with you next. 93.5, 107.5 The Fan.
Drunk and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Welcome back to Mystic Waters Campground, the third annual Labor Day weekend vendors. I think it was, who just asked me this? At JMV 1070. 317-239-1070. The text line is open right now. I want to give credit where credit is due. Oh, my good friend Nick Martin said, quote, "You in the bag already, my man." No, I'm not in the bag already. What are you talking about? I said, quote, "I am sober as a cat." I don't know what that means.
I don't either. I've never heard that.
I had a friend of mine in high school who used to say, "Hey, I'm sober as a cat."
You've been rolling around that, what's that called? Catnip.
Catnip.
Catnip. You've been doing some catnip.
Sober as a cat. That's Brent Holverson. Heaven Hill Distillery, Mystic Waters Campground. People got to get here. We're going to have an entire weekend of fun right here in Pendleton.
Absolutely, and we've got another hour and a half of the show here. We've got some live music starting at 7 with Sammy Farr and Cully going to take the stage. And then tomorrow, fun-filled day, John. We've got all kinds of stuff. We got a float competition out there, so bring your float. We're going to give a prize for the best float, the best team name. We've got a shuffleboard competition. We've got college football, as you know, starting at 12. We'll have on in the lodge and a TV outside.
Yes.
Got some music from 1 to 4 tomorrow, and then the third annual JMV Live takeover is going to happen here.
Talking about
and then some music Sunday night as well. So it's a fun-filled weekend. Come on out and join us.
Pat Sullivan is here. Hashtag Ask Pat, and coming up in about 10 minutes, right, Pat?
Oh, you know what? It's your show, John.
Kevin Nealon loved all your questions.
Yeah, well, I kept the interview alive.
Kevin Nealon a little bit earlier, too. Helium Comedy Club downtown. If you see him this weekend, tell him you heard him right here.
His story about slipping on the ice.
I did not know
crazy.
That. Yeah.
Hitting his head before he went on, and they had to call the
Well, I was going to say, hey, man, you need to work that into your show. And I thought he was kind of being serious about it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I thought, I don't know if he wants to joke about, he said whiplash?
Yeah,
He didn't even say a concussion, a whiplash.
Yeah.
Like right on the sidewalk downtown?
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably didn't.
You think somebody came to his aid? How long did he lay there before somebody stopped?
You know, he probably didn't mention that he was on a scooter.
I no doubt. I see that every weekend. Hey, that gives Punch Bowl Social a new meeting right down there.
Yeah.
Man, the back of his head right there. Kevin Nealon, by the way, podcast 1075thefan.com. Look who's on the inbound right here. Look at Litzy. Litzy, I swear to God I wore that in 1986.
Look at that. That is sharp.
Jess, did you get him that shirt? I wore that in 86. On the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, Bob Lovell, Indiana Sports Talk. It is Friday night, number 2 of high school football throughout the state of Indiana. Hello, Bob. How are you?
I'm great, John. How are you?
Bob, I want to start in 6A. I thought Brownsburg, with that team from Maryland, nationally ranked, was impressive last week. And doing the business they did, they get Cathedral coming up later on this evening in 6A. What are you thinking about this matchup?
It's a big time matchup between two teams. It's basically number 1 Brownsburg in 6A, number 1 Cathedral in 5A. I'm not sure I can add anything to how important this is. Both teams are capable, obviously, of winning state championships. Both teams have won state championships. Cathedral's won more than I can count. And so week number 2, you want to find out where you are as a football team. You're going to find out in a game like this.
Yeah, Center Grove on the road at Carroll up in Fort Wayne coming up this evening. I'm assuming they're already up there. Westfield and Carmel, Bob. Both teams start the season 1-0. You got a week 2 clash on your hands in Hamilton County.
Love the matchup. Obviously, people talk about the improvement from week 1 to 2. Kevin Wright at Carmel has already made his stamp known. We know he's capable. Multiple state championships. Everywhere he goes, he wins. Westfield just continues to play at a high level. This feels like a semi-state matchup, really, and that's how good these two teams are. And the 6A ranks. There's some battles we already talked about. 3 of them, and there's tremendous games tonight in 6A.
Yeah. Week 2 of high school football. Bob Lovell, Indiana Sports Talk, will help us break it down for you right here. So I'm thinking about Fishers. I'm thinking about Ben Davis. I'm thinking about Decatur Central. it is never good to start 0-2, and these teams are kind of looking at 0-2 right in the eyeballs later on tonight, aren't they?
Well, they're challenged. I don't think there's any question. I mean, Fisher's and LN. LN's capable. I mean, LN's a good football team. Ben Davis and Avon. Avon with a great win last week to start their season. Got rejuvenated quickly. That's really quite a matchup. And so you're right. You don't want to go 0-2, but I think the other part of it, you take solace in the fact that, hey, look, regular season is just a prelude to the tournament. So tournament day, pairings are made, wipe the slate clean and go out there. But you really do want to gain some momentum in this week number 3 matchup that you have, and there are a bunch of them without question.
Yeah, Decatur Central gets New Pal at home coming up later on tonight. That's number 1 New Pal, by the way, in
John,
5A.
That's a state championship level game. I mean, those
It is.
New Pal won it last year, bumped up. They're ranked number 2 in 5A. Decatur Central made it to the state championship game a year ago. How much more drama do you need to set the stage for a game like this in week number 2?
You know, we talk about Martinsville and that Renaissance season of a year ago. A bit hit the skids, I think, losing to Bedford North Lawrence in week number 1. And now you get a 1-0 Bloomington South team. So there's another squad of the Arties that may be looking at a 0-2 start right in the eyes.
Yeah, look, Bloomington South is always good. I think we all understand that. The Arties, lost a tough one last week, as you mentioned. So, again, you have. I'm sure the speech from the coaches is we have to approach this game like it's a tournament. We got to win. We got to pick up wins. The other game that's intriguing to me, John, is Roncalli Franklin Central. These are two teams that are really good, and not a lot of people talking about how good they are.
Hey, Bob, I was going to mention this. I scored more in high school than Roncalli did last week in week number 1. Yeah, I'm not going to give him any crap because they ended up winning, and they get Franklin Central. And I know Franklin Central's got some talent on their team, too, starting at 1-0.
Yep. But still, I mean, big South Side matchup. It's great. I'm not so sure I buy the fact that you scored more than they did. We're just going to let that slide. It's this show. You can say whatever you want. There are no fact checkers on this show, so say whatever you want to say and continue to live in that fantasy land. That's okay with us.
I try. I did want to mention this. I think it was Danville at Gibson Southern, the second-ranked team of 3, got a win in their opener. I do love the matchup with that particular challenge. Memorial, Gibson Southern, Mississinawa, Modern Day, and we should mention Cascade. The reason why I bring this up, Cascade starts at 1-0. They're on the road at Danville, and Danville was the one that lost to Gibson Southern last week as well. There's another team that's looking for a win to even things up on the season after a week 1 tough one.
I think the Danville Cascade game is a great game. I mean, Danville is a very capable team, highly ranked to start off with. This Cascade team is getting better and better. I love the fact that it's a great matchup. 2 teams playing good football, great coaches, but again, drama. You don't want to go 0-2. That's what makes this one such a tough one. And being a Plainfield grad, I don't recall losing to Danville at all when I was in high school in any sport. So I find it hard. I find it hard to root for them. I hope all goes well. And so I think it's a great matchup.
All right. You probably noted last week, my Thunderbirds of Eastern Green. It's a damn good thing they played at Springs Valley because the 5 parents in attendance could go right across the road and go to the casino because 58-7 was the final. Right. When Springs Valley beats you 58-7, I love my guys down there, but that's a stinker right there. That is not good. A first-year head coach and a stinker, that's a bummer.
John, Springs Valley is really good. Okay,
they are.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard for you to forget history, and I know it's difficult for you to look at reality when it comes to this. But I'm just telling you, the Valley is as good as they're number 7 in Single A for a reason. They're that good. They're a really, really good football team that's going to make a deep run into the tournament without question. So I hope that helps you a little bit with the sting of that loss last week.
Yeah, that's pretty ugly right there. I mean, I kind of anticipated it, if you remember, with our dialogue last week. I kind of anticipated. Hey, before I let you go, I want you to bring this up. I love Marion and UIndy starting the season last night as they did. I mean, I no matter what happens, I think to kick off the season in that fashion here locally is pretty damn awesome, Bob.
Well, I couldn't agree more, John. I think it's great that both coaches agreed to do it. That's number one. That's a hard thing to get people to do. I think it's fantastic that you have a number of kids from the Central Indiana area on those rosters. Those are two solid programs. Great coaches. I mean, great football coaches. Marion has won national championships. UIndy has made deep runs into the Division II tournament. Why not have them play? And I think it's fantastic. And it's great that they played on Thursday to get away from high school football. Thank you very much. Big Ten, you could take a lesson in this on how not to compete against high school sports in the state if you had any brains, quite frankly. And so I'm happy. I'm happy for them. And it was a great game. It was an impressive win for the Hounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and the Hounds, I mean, really took hold early and won that bad boy going away. I mean, in the second half, Marion put some points on the board, but it was UIndy, obviously, early on. All right, Indiana Sports Talk later on tonight and tomorrow night. Bob's going to have you with high school football tonight and then collegiately covered coming up tomorrow night as well. Network Indiana affiliated stations and, of course, right here in Indy. Indiana Sports Talk with Bob Lovell every Friday right here on The Fan. Bob, I appreciate you. Have a great weekend.
Thanks. Enjoy the camping trip, John. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you. You should be up here with us, Bob. You should, because it is going to be one hellaciously awesome time. Brent Holverson rejoins. Pat Sullivan, hashtag Ask Pat. You ready to take some questions, Pat?
Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking about here? You thinking about getting a weed eater out of this place?
Yeah,
I think this place looks good.
You know what? I love the place. I love the landscaping. It's obviously, Brett's love of chickweed is something to be.
Are you a big fan of chickweed?
You know, chickweed's not a bad
clover,
thing.
but you know what? And the clover is nice, right? For the bees.
It is.
You know, having a little clover is, I mean, I wouldn't want it in my lawn, but you're a little different.
We are. We like to help pollinate things, you know. So it's all about making the bees and butterflies happy.
Yeah, it's brutal, man.
Yeah, the problem really for if the bees get too much food, you know what I'm saying? They get fat.
Well, you know,
fat
what?
bees.
Then you get bee obesity, and they can't get off the ground, and then we got a pollination problem.
It makes for some great honey, though.
Now, there's no science behind that. That's just my theory.
Well, I dig it. That's awesome.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Mystic Waters Campground. Brent and Pat and hashtag Ask Pat. You guys got questions? 239-1070. Lob them in. Free Yeti and free sauce coming up for you, too. And 317-239-1070. I can see you on the text line as well. Send those questions in. Hashtag Ask Pat with Pat Sullivan coming up next. Don Fisher, top of the hour. Sit tight. 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. Well, you got to have this on your table this weekend. It's a big Labor Day weekend. There's no question. Daisy brand dip should be right there for you. Have you checked it out? The ranch dip, the French onion dip. For vegetables, crackers, chips, wings, seriously, whatever you're dipping, make sure Daisy brand is on the table. Daisy Brand, the makers of the incredible Daisy brand low-fat cottage cheese, which, by the way, I feel I have started a trend of cottage cheese eating right here, and Daisy Brand is back again, not just about cottage cheese, but about their dips. If you're having a tailgate, maybe just hang it out at home or a Labor Day weekend party, make sure Daisy Brand is on that table. Daisy Brand, French onion dip and Daisy Wrench dip. You can get it right now. Very easily found. Just make sure you have it this weekend. Find it in your favorite grocer's refrigerator.
anybody knock anymore?
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
I think we need to do some hashtag Ask Pat. Who's with me on this bad boy? Brent Holverson, Pat Sullivan. I'm JMV. Cam's on-site engineer. James back in the studio. Mystic Waters Campground, 3rd annual Labor Day weekend. Bender. What do you think, Pat?
I'm ready to go, John. I am. I've had coleslaw. Where'd the coleslaw come from? Was that Taylor's?
Taylor's Bar and Table.
I am not a fan of coleslaw.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Are you a fan of coleslaw?
I am. I love it. Didn't you have a coleslaw? Didn't you have a thing?
Slaw Fest.
Slaw Fest, yeah.
Turns out we actually have the only coleslaw festival in the country.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. The only other thing involving coleslaw is coleslaw wrestling in Daytona, part of Bike Week.
Wow. Oh, really? They have that down there?
Yeah.
How many times have you done that? Are you like the champion?
No, I have not been down, but I was researching other coleslaw festivals, and that is the only one I found, and it really had nothing to do with eating coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
It is very good.
Hashtag Ask Pat. I got this courtesy of our text line right here. Is there a weed control I can do that is dog and kid safe? How about gasoline? Is that dog and kid safe?
So, when
is that good weed control, gasoline?
That's not very safe.
How about
either.
urine? My urine, is that good weed control?
Yeah, but your urine will also kill the grass.
It just runs out really quick.
Yeah. So the problem that people always ask, when they say, is there something safe?
Yeah.
They're almost insinuating that the stuff that we use on our lawns is not safe. And I would like to say that it is safe if you follow the label instructions. Now, is the real question, you don't want to use any kind of chemicals on your lawn, and that is fine. And you could use corn gluten that would control weeds. It takes about 5 years or so to get going, but there is some nice organic fertilizers. I would say the best thing, if you really want to do a lawn with no chemicals, I would use the organic fertilizer, and then I would spot treat the weeds. Or you could get the weed popper and pull them up yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I like the way you call me weed popper.
Weed popper. Do you have a weed popper?
Hashtag Ask Pat from Ben. I am new to the pellet smoker game. Pat, does the flavor of pellet really matter? I've tried a few and haven't tasted a difference. Thank you.
I would say until you got to some of the oak or something that really had kind of a bite to it. There's one that is slipping my mind that's very popular.
Yeah.
But the ones, the hickory and stuff, you'll just get kind of a general smoky flavor, but you won't. I mean, you really have to go out and get the ones if you really wanted that. Most people don't want it. So now you can also kind of turn on the smoke on most of those smokers so that you will actually get extra smoke if you're after the.
I may do that later on tonight.
Get a little extra
Turn on
smoke.
the smoke.
Turn on the smoke.
I think John's over there turning on the smoke.
What is that cloud over there? Oh, that's John.
So you're going to have to stay here even longer. Is that cool?
Yeah, whatever. I got reservations at.
You better not be 6 because you ain't making it. Let me tell you.
No, 7:15. I have reservations.
Where are we? Where do we have reservations?
We are going to Ruth Chris tonight.
Northside?
Taking our grandson, yeah.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to go Don Fisher, then come back with you.
All right.
How about that? Is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm doing nothing.
Go get some more coleslaw.
Hey, I did want to mention that the Pumpkin Town tickets went on sale at 4 o'clock.
Pumpkin Town tickets.
Yep.
What's that about? That sounds
while
great.
You were there trying to hear Kevin Nealon, I was I sold 2,000 tickets in the first 25 minutes.
Did you really?
Yeah.
To Pumpkin Town.
To Pumpkin Town.
Remember that song Funky Town?
Yeah.
Take me to the Pumpkin Town. That'd be good right there.
A little
Want me to come up with a little music for you?
That would be great. You could voice it, and that'd be great.
Pumpkin Town.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You know, it's funny. Like, I know we got to take a break here, James, and I will. But Pendleton reminds me, remember in the film, the original Halloween, Haddonfield? Mm-hmm. That's what Pendleton reminds me of, Haddonfield. Without the homicidal maniac running loose.
It's a little bit bigger and nicer than that. But,
reminds me of Haddonfield. Yeah. This Buzz Pendleton. Man, Pendleton's nice, though.
It is, isn't it?
Seriously.
It's got a great small town feel.
If it were a lot more south, I'd be down with that program right there.
Well, you're pretty far south. You're technically Kentucky,
This is way too far. I mean, I got to show my visa every time I come in here. Because, I mean, this is way too far north. But if it were a lot further south, I'd love Pendleton. What a great look!
It really is. Great people, great support. I mean, it's we're honored to be here.
Mystic Waters Campground. More with hashtag Ask Pat in the 5 o'clock hour. Voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher. It's ODU and IU coming up tomorrow. The opener in Bloomington for the football Hoosiers.
What time's that game on?
2:30, I believe. Right?
Ah, crap.
1:30, which means
I was looking to bump my show for an hour.
you guys are going to have to do the entirety. The Home and Garden show.
No, I want to because we're going to be at the Anderson Speedway.
Oh, yeah, figure eights.
Yep.
They got an interesting urinal there, too, don't they? Where it's wide open.
Yes, it's the world's largest outdoor urinal.
Shout out to the Anderson Speedway, the home of figure eight racing, and the world's largest outdoor urinal. It's impressive right there.
Send up a drone.
Voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher on the other side. Sit tight, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
This is Mystic Waters Campground, also known as Paradise City, all weekend long. Pendleton exit, I-69. Cam, engineer, on site. James Bagg of the studio. Kevin Nealon, actor, comedian. Helium downtown all weekend long, a little bit earlier. Bob Lovell, Indiana Sports Talk, high school football, week number 2. Don Fisher in a bit. When we get a hold of Don, Don's going to jump on here and talk about ODU. ODU and IU tomorrow at 2:30. 1:30. 1:30 on 93 WIBC, which is 30 minutes after the Home and Garden Show from Anderson Speedway.
You know, I love doing the 4-hour show, but it's kind of nice every once in a while when IU the pregame starts at noon and we get to bail.
Oh, so, you don't like it? You like to do the full 4 hours for everybody, don't you?
No, we still do it in the studio just among ourselves.
When's Michaelis going to advertise on this show? Don't you have any pull there?
I do. But
when are they going to do it?
Well, let me.
They're not anywhere on our station, not on the show. What do I have to do?
I guess you just call Richard Michaelis. You know,
would Richard Michaelis work in the environment that is this right now? Would he be impressed with this?
Yeah. He's got a lake place. He just, Joe Pulizzi, former head coach.
I like Joe a great deal.
Indy. He could probably.
His son never wears a shirt.
I know. His son.
That is what's his real name? I know he goes by Ben Pulizzi, but is it?
I thought it was Ben.
Is it like Benito or Benitoli or something like that?
He's hitting the.
It's not Benito Santiago, is it? The former Padres catcher.
So he was been on comedy and then some of these shows like. Fantasy Island show where he's the Bachelor.
No, it's not Fantasy Island. It was called what
was it called?
Come Have Sex with Me Island or something like that, right?
I don't know.
Throw a dart at a dartboard and do me a island.
Here's what I remember about Ben Pulizzi. He did the overnight at WIBC, and we did not have a board op to start our show.
Uh-huh.
And we started the show, and I was kind of looking at him for a break. He goes, I don't know how to send it to break. So he
didn't know how to wear a shirt either.
Well, which
I kind of admire.
I mean, he's a good-looking boy.
You notice he never wears a shirt.
I wouldn't either if I looked like him.
You don't either now, right? You're
lucky I got a shirt on right now.
You're lucky he's wearing pants.
Oh no.
That's what his dad
my
said.
Tidy whities right here. If I didn't scare everybody away.
Night's young, my friend.
I understand that.
That's what Joe Pulizzi said about his son. He goes, I'm just glad he. Glad he wears pants.
The Pulizzi family is pretty cool. There's no doubt about that. They are good folks. Home and Garden Show tomorrow morning.
Yes, we are 9 a.m. 9 to 1, and we are at the Anderson Motor Speedway.
Just up the road.
What is going on at the Anderson Motor Speedway?
They've got some fun stuff. Gates open at 4 o'clock. Racing starts at 7. They are doing some of their one of the features is the vehicles that are pulling trailers in a figure 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are they pulling?
Oh, they just
boats or campers?
Yeah. I think the deal is you got to pull a trailer of some sort.
Oh, wow.
That sounds like fun.
Very dangerous.
The weather? No. It's going to be fun. And so I think I'm sure that's one of many events they have. And I tried to find the info, but I was unable.
Have we brought before the Thunder Cars of Indiana in that series on HBO? Years ago.
Yeah, you did.
And nobody up there likes that.
I know. And
that's where that took place, right?
And you continually
should I not bring it up?
No, you know what? That's one of our sponsors tomorrow.
No,
they're spending money.
Did they not want me to bring it up?
No, they don't. They want that's part
of their. It was so entertaining.
That's one of their part of their past that they do not want to relive.
Really? I remember people absolutely hated it.
Yeah, I think everybody was named Gunther.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and I still. Do you know that I took 3 of those dudes that were most often involved in the races to Sullivan Steakhouse at Keystone at the Crossing for my show once?
Did you really?
Yeah. You remember the names?
No.
I took Wild Willie. And Sammy Hawkins to Sullivan Steakhouse at Keystone at the Crossing. Other station, other show when Thunder Cars of Indiana was going on. I just remember this. I remember the people of Anderson hated when I brought it up.
Yeah.
Every time.
And every time we talk about the Anderson Speedway, you bring that up.
But I thought it was entertaining, but they felt it was a reflection of their community.
And I can see that. And nobody wants that kind of press. I mean, they're very proud. It's a great little town. You got a lot of fun stuff going on.
I think it's great regardless.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, you got folks of all kinds everywhere, right?
Everybody's got some family they'd rather keep
I'm just looking for a little bit of entertainment. And back in the day, Wild Willie entertained me.
I bet Brett has a whole host of family members. He's like, you know what? Why don't you stay in the crawl space?
He did.
Just don't go downstairs here.
Don't do that. Hey, Mystic Waters Campground, Brent, let's remind everybody. Again, we'll get back to hashtag Ask Pat before Dawn calls us as well. But remind everybody while we're here and how they can get here.
Come on up. Exit 219 right off I-69. We are the Pendleton exit just off the interstate. Show goes until 6 here. Then we've got some great live music with Sammy Farr. Sammy and Coley will be out here playing tonight. And then tomorrow, fun-filled day. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. Float competition out there. We've got a band from 1 to 4. We've got college football starting at noon, as we all know. It's going to be exciting. We'll have on in the lodge and outside as well. And then we have the third annual live JMV takeover tomorrow night. And we've got some great things going on Sunday, too.
Are you booked as far as accommodations? Is there any room for people that would want to come up and bring a camper or anything like that?
So Lisa's going to join us here shortly, and she's going to go run through that. We do have, I'm not sure the dates right now. We do have a cabin or two available for one tonight and then possibly on Saturday.
You kind of sound like me as a business owner because I'd always go, my daughter is Becky. Say, well, Becky's going to come along and she'll fill in the details on that.
Yeah.
Lisa,
I don't really know.
Lisa makes all the magic happen.
Yeah.
So, again, she's going to come up and she'll give us a little breakdown, but we have plenty of camping spots, right?
Okay.
So bring a tent out. We've got all kinds of camping spots. I don't know if we do have any RV spots left available, but again, I think there is a day or two available in a cabin. So we'll
if you want to hang out in my cabin, cabin 39.
I've already heard that's already on the bulletin board inside.
39.
Double book it.
You guys have here's what I 39 and the number in sports I immediately thought of was the late Dave Parker. So Chad's over there. He's in 40. So Chad from Denver, Colorado, by way of Whiteland, Indiana, is in 40. What number 40 comes to mind immediately? Calbert Chaney.
That's a good
I always think of IU Glenn Grunwald in the early 80s, who was often injured as a number 40. Anybody? Wait, what number 40 for you? Anybody in particular?
I don't have anything coming to mind.
Number 40 for you,
nothing,
Pat?
John.
Why you guys don't connect numbers to sports
or anything? You have a mind. Hey, when was the last time you saw a movie and where?
It was at the Shiloh Theater in Avon off of US 36, September the 21st, 1999, I believe it was.
That's why you can remember number 40s
It was
on
Star
jerseys.
Wars Episode 1, and it sucked. And it had Jar Jar Binks in it. It was a disgrace. For Star Wars nerds like me, it was an incredible disgrace.
Is it bad because you remember everything? Because there's a lot of stuff I like to
the problem is I can't remember what I did 2 hours ago. Like, I don't even remember what we talked to Kevin Nealon about, but I can remember what happened on this date in 1985.
Okay. Man, I would not want that.
You think
some would be great memories and some would be.
Do you think that's a curse? Well, I don't think it's a curse because here's the thing. A lot of my memories of the past are excellent memories that I would love.
It'd be nice if you just remember those and kind of forget the other stuff.
I just have a problem with like short term.
Yeah.
Like what happened here recently.
Yeah,
that's problematic right there. But long term, I got down and got down completely. Hashtag Ask Pat. Pat Sullivan here is with us at Mystic Waters Campground. I have a ton of the mini strawberry weeds in my yard. Can I treat them without having to kill the entire lawn?
Yeah, you
Pat?
can. You know what? Wild strawberries don't do very well with Trimec. So if you use a Trimec weed killer like a Weed Be Gone, and you want to do that in September when it cools down and the movement in the plant is down towards the roots, so you get a more complete kill rather than when you put weed killer on in spring, it just burns the tops. And that's what us retailers like because then you come back and buy more. But the secret is if you do it in the fall, you will actually kill the weed.
Hashtag Ask Pat from Chad. This year we planted lavender, and it's doing well.
Nice.
My question is, what is the best timing for trimming, pruning lavender? Hashtag Ask Pat.
You know what? You can trim it back either in the fall. I would. The thing about lavender, it needs to be drained. And if you're going to go through a winter, a lot of times lavender doesn't come back. So you want to make sure the lavender is mounded
I don't even know what the hell. What is lavender, by the way? Explain that.
It's an herb, but people use it as a decorative perennial as well because it smells like, you know what it smells like?
It's going to smell like some herb later. No.
Anybody know what lavender smells like? Smells like lavender.
Yeah. When's the last time it smelled like herb when I was around? Yeah.
So I would suggest that a heavy mulch on that, and go ahead and you can cut it back in the late fall.
I love it when I bring up marijuana references and everybody backs away from it. We can have fun with it. It's okay.
You know what? Anytime somebody brings in a baggie with weeds in it for identification, I just reel as loud as I can. Well, ma'am, that's marijuana.
Like oregano?
That is marijuana.
Well, one of these days when we're all dead, it'll be legalized here, and they'll be able to tax it and make some money off of it.
You know what?
One of these, when we're all going to be dead.
And you'll be able to get prescriptions. They'll be giving it to you in the hospital.
They're too busy jacking around with other stuff right now. But one of these days, we're all going to be dead, and they're going to be doing that. And I'm not a weed guy. I'm not like Cheech or Chong or anything like that, but damn.
You know, I have never smoked marijuana in my life, but I am willing to try. So,
well, the one thing you have going for, I mean, you're what would you not an herbivore because that's inaccurate. But what do you call yourself as far as botanist? Are you a botanist kind of? Because you know stuff about weeds and plants and things.
I would not call myself that. I would,
are you a hardcore botany?
No, I would say I'm a very well informed.
Is it not botanist?
Gardener.
Gardener. All right.
Yeah, I'm a gardener.
Is that a class you've taken on that, or have you just learned that with experience?
I took a class for 25 years sitting next to Dick Crum. How much more could 4 hours
tell you
a
what,
week?
He didn't know that a little bit. There's no doubt about that. So, hey, here's a question I have. Hashtag Ask Pat. I don't see scarecrows anymore in gardens. I see lights. Why is that? Is it to scare away the birds or the varmints?
What kind of lights are you seeing in?
Well, my neighbor, Ron DeVault, has lights in his garden. And I think it's to scare away varmints, like a possum or a raccoon, and not so much birds. Are we leaning in that direction right now?
Well, I guess if
Ron DeVault.
I guess it depends on what's doing the most damage, and obviously we all know that raccoons and raccoons will they climb. My daughter had they were ready to pick the fruit from the apple tree. One night, every apple was gone. Every one.
Yeah. They will get you good. Yep. There's no doubt. That's why we trap them and take them across the river.
A little J-Law coming in with skis. He's got shot skis. He's
J-Law's
got the
here, everybody.
pub shirt on.
Shout out to the upstairs pub. He's rocking. By the way, Brent, we're going to be there coming up.
We are.
Thursday coming up later on the season, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Upstairs,
I believe it's in November.
The Bison Mafia right there.
Absolutely.
They're enjoying, embracing the Bison logo. Good to see everybody right here. Brent Holverson, JMV, Mystic Waters Campground with hashtag Ask Pat going on. And hopefully we get Don Fisher before the end of the show. I know he's got a lot going on right now.
I think I may have. When Don was going down to do an IU game, he called into the show because he actually had a weed problem in his lawn.
Sure.
And I thought, man, shouldn't you be prepping for the game?
You
don't have to when you're done.
And he does that really early as well. So that is all good. Hashtag Ask Pat. This is from James right here. Pat, what do you think we should do as far as preparing for planting for the fall? Fall planting, where do you begin?
Fall is for planting. And the great thing about fall is when you plant in the spring, which is when most people plant, that plant has not gotten adjusted, and now here comes the heat.
Yeah.
Right? So the great thing about fall is as it gets colder, the ground stays warm. So there's no stress on the plant, but yet the roots are continuing to grow. So the roots will continue to grow well into, probably past Christmas before it really starts to freeze. So that's why so the good news is it's better to plant in the fall. The bad news is sometimes you have a hard time finding the nursery stock that you want because most of it is sold in the spring, and that's when people want to do it. But better to plant in the fall. Hashtag
Ask Pat, when is the best time to purchase and plant mums? Mum's the word here from
Well,
Michelle.
you know what? I think they might be referring to Mum Fest, which is next weekend,
wow. You
Friday,
guys have a
Saturday,
fest for everything,
and
don't you,
Sunday.
man?
$6 mums next weekend. Not
There's
this
the answer
weekend.
right there. Look at that. Mum Fest.
Mum Fest.
Mum Fest. And
I had no idea.
Most people will use mums. Mums technically would be a perennial. But perennial, John, means that it comes back every year.
Is that annual? Perennial.
Annual, it's very confusing because you could have your annual dinner, right? But he's a perennial favorite. So annual means just one and done. That's what we like because we sell it to you again next year. Perennials are beautiful and they come up. But mums, you really have to get them in the ground fast if you want to try to bring them back next year.
Free Yeti and sauces.
And that's Tony's. That's Tony's boss sauce. Tony's a local dude, and he is awesome.
Like where locally?
Like in Indy. He's in the store all the time sampling the boss sauce.
And that's his sauce and the jars?
Yeah, it was from his, you know what, and I unfortunately I don't remember the name of his barbecue joint. It was probably Tony's, if I had to guess.
It'd be a good one. Yeah.
I saw this. There's a sign over in Pendleton that says Jimmy's, the drive-in Jimmy's. Best barbecue in Indiana. Is that true? Have we ever had barbecue from Jimmy's over here?
Have to try it.
It's a drive-in right over there by Needler's. It says best barbecue in Indiana.
Well, if you get that
Anybody ever had
classification,
it?
you know it's got to be good.
Well,
right?
I mean, yeah. Is that true, or do we know?
I've
Best
not had
barbecue.
Jimmy's personally.
No, I don't know, but it depends on how big Jimmy is, whether I'd want to argue that.
Yeah.
If he's a big guy, he's probably going to be really good, and you're not going to challenge it.
barbecue in Indiana.
That's it.
Possibly the world.
Hey, my JMV disappointment moment is when he was at the other station. There was supposed to be a Playboy Bunny golf tournament, and it didn't happen. Still, I listen, and yes, I still think you suck. I know. That's what happens. See, I try so damn hard not to let you down with something like that. I do remember what he was talking about. There was supposed to be a Playboy Bunny golf tournament we were going to have, and it never happened. Shout out to iHeartRadio Clear Channel back in the day that let me down on that. And I'm still, years later, 15-plus years later,
Suffering,
having to eat that right
were
now.
you really promoting it? Really, like, hardcore?
Yes.
What was the reason for not having it?
I don't really remember that. I mean, I talked about this the other day. I did so much stuff over the years. One was Testosterama. Do you guys remember Testosterama?
No.
It was at the state fairgrounds, and it was about dudes. It was a celebration on a weekend about what dudes like. And it had displays like when you walk around of dudes in their natural habitat, just like sitting around eating, sitting around watching TV. And the special guest on the show for me during Testosterama was the ex-wife of Jose Canseco. Jessica Canseco. So it was wild. It was like the only year, and that was, I believe, if you guys remember, the noted promoter here locally, Ray Compton.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Compton, for a long time, was with the Colts. Ray Compton was with the Ice and had a lot of stuff with the Ice back in the day. He promoted that. It was a one-year event, but it was called Testosterama.
And where was it? At the fairgrounds?
At the state fairgrounds.
But it wasn't part of the state fair.
It was not. No, I think it was in the wintertime or something like that. So it was called Testosterama.
Did anyone?
It was for testosterone.
Were you there? Did you go?
I was there live.
Was there?
Jessica Canseco and I were live.
How many people came?
6.
It needed more. It needed a little bit more.
It was not well attended. And this is what I will tell you. We do a ladies' night that's coming up in September.
Sure.
The ladies come, hundreds of ladies come to get together with their gal pals. We have wine, beer, and all that stuff. So we thought, we have a ladies' night. We should do a dudes' night. So we called it Gadget Fest. No one came. Except a few dudes that came, their wives brought them. Because dudes can't organize anything. We don't have any friends.
Well,
you don't call anybody.
Nobody wants to go to an event that is all dudes. Did you not learn that in college? Like, I watched all these fraternities at Indiana State have all these parties, and it looked like a big Boy Scout meeting. What the hell would you want that about? So when I hosted parties in Terre Haute at Indiana State, would charge the dudes, let the lovely ladies in
for free.
So the more dudes would come because the lovely ladies would be there, and the lovely ladies would show up. That's just common knowledge right there.
I know, but
the Pike fraternity never realized that at Terre Haute because they always had these parties and it was nothing but dudes. I thought, I can't even DJ your party because all you dorks are hanging around punching one another in the shoulder. Exactly.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah. So we learned that and learned that long ago. Oh, man. J-Law's got a shotski right here. We're going to have to do that.
Oh, geez.
I love it. All right, hashtag Ask Pat. We're going to get a winner, and you guys got the Home and Garden coming up tomorrow live.
Tomorrow,
from the
9
Speedway.
until 1, Anderson Speedway. Please join us, 93.1.
That is outstanding. You and Denny and Allison and Terry all out there live together.
It's going to be a blast. Holiday weekend. Shout out to Fulton.
Fulton asked about spider plants right now. He's trying to get rid of, too. Hashtag
I know. He tried to make it out here, but his mom said, no way.
He didn't join us. He said he was going to Sid's yesterday, and I didn't see him at Sid's yesterday either.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's, Fulton needs
I think he planned stuff for his family that's not exactly in the plans for his family.
I believe that is correct, and I think what he needs is an app for Uber.
He does.
I need to finance his. Matter of fact, we need to come together and finance Fulton's Uber so he can get around town.
Hey, thank you for the summer. I'm sorry again.
No.
It got started a little bit late because the Pacer playoff run going to 7 games in the NBA Finals. But you know how much I love hashtag
That was so
Ask
fun,
Pat.
though.
It was.
The Pacer run was awesome.
True story, I still watch every single highlight because you see them on Facebook all the time. They just pop up.
Dude, it's so fun.
The only highlight I don't watch after the 7-minute mark of Game 7 of the NBA Finals. But every other highlight of that postseason, it was glorious.
It was.
For the Pacers.
Absolutely
I mean,
was.
and really, if the Colts could find anything whatsoever, just anything whatsoever, you see what you can do when you win and then put that product on the field in this case that works. You can see how people are going. People have been thirsting for this forever.
Oh, my gosh.
And you saw so much of it with the Pacers. It really was.
It was so awesome.
Even, and it doesn't make us a loser because they lost. It makes us an embracer because it was just such a special run.
It was
given the circumstances.
That was so fun. That was like over 2 months, right? 2 months of
oh my
playoffs.
goodness.
It's
And
awesome.
the way that they won, the exciting games, the team concept, all of it.
What it did for the city, though, too, with the restaurants, bars, everybody was
Yes.
packed on Tuesday nights or whatever it was. Everybody was out supporting those Pacers, and it was a pretty special time.
The whole Miles Turner stuff it's fine. You leave and go to Milwaukee. But the words leaving town still so piss me off about, I'm going someplace and they want to be competitive. But this place wants to be and still will be competitive.
100%.
And
Absolutely.
that's still, I love the team concept. And I love what has been done. Somebody tells me, shut up, it's time to drink. There's a shotski behind you right here. If you're watching via the AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live, the shotski is behind me. Pat Sullivan, hashtag Ask Pat. Thank you, buddy.
Been a great year.
Thank you very much.
I got to go meet Kevin Nealon.
You got to go. You and Kevin Nealon are going to meet
at Ruth Chris.
Ruth Chris Steakhouse on the north side. You have
7:15,
reservations. That is Home and Garden Show tomorrow morning, 93 WIBC Anderson Speedway, beginning at 9 a.m. Brent and I and Lisa return on the other side. Don't go anywhere. And if you're watching, we're going to handle this shotski right behind me. It's 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. Woo.
JMV.
It takes him a second to get on the stool because he's under 5 feet tall.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
Oh, the shot ski has a profound effect on the host of this show. Cam's the outside engineer. Back in the studio, James. Fever sparks tonight. 10 o'clock is the tip from L.A. 9:45, Eddie Garrison has you. Top of the hour, called Tappy Hour with me. I will continue hosting. And the Harrah's Hoosier Park race of the day. 50 in betting, 50 in dining from Harrah's Hoosier Park Racing and Casino in Anderson. Somebody asked me about Gina and Lindsay, where they are today. So I'll give you a bit of a background. Lindsay just got married. So when Lindsay wants to come out, Lindsay can tell me when Lindsay wants to come out. And then, Gina, sometimes Gina just shows up. And a shout-out, by the way, to Gina. That's Gina Glaros, who just got an anchoring gig at Wish TV Channel 8, which is great news. Now, the bad news is nobody can see her because they're not on anything here locally, which sucks because that, nothing direct TV or cable, whatever. But that's the bad news. The good news is Gina's got an anchoring gig. We knew that was going to happen because she's just too damn good not to be on the air on a daily basis. So Gina's got a new gig at Wish TV Channel 8. Lindsay Monroe just got married on Channel 13 WTHR, which just got purchased by Nexstar, which now becomes a part of CBS 4, Fox 59, and Channel 13 WTHR in Indy.
That's a lot of good knowledge there.
If you're keeping score at home, I just updated you on everything.
You really did. I feel informed. It's awesome.
It's Brent Holverson right there. Look at the lovely lady across the table from us right here. That is Lisa Holverson.
Well, hello.
Oh, hi.
How you doing, Lisa?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Everybody's bigger fans of you than us right here.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but.
Where did Sierra go? Football game?
Yeah.
She ran out quickly.
I understand. Yeah. I am just a smidge disappointed that there's no Sager here.
I know.
I don't know what happened to the Sager. So.
They start to get busy as they get older,
They do. Mm-hmm. There's no question about that. So how are things going this weekend? You guys got everything ironed out here?
I think so. I mean, we've got a full house, and we've got a couple spots still open for, we've got tent camping still available, but we got a lot of great people and cabins, RV sites, just a lot of fun going on, a lot of festivities, as I think you guys have been talking about. So.
Tell us a little bit about that. What do we have going on this weekend?
Would you like to shoot video of me being festive?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That'd be with your shirt off.
It's funny.
Though, right? Yeah.
Cam knows this to be. They said, "Hey, should we send somebody up to shoot video?" And I'm not quite sure that the people at our station wanted to shoot video of me like this.
Yeah.
They see.
I thought, no, man, this is pure entertainment. This
they
is
see
what people
Kevin 39 rocking later. I don't know.
I know. I did a little
Be careful
back and
putting
forth.
that out there. You might have a real party.
The 3-9 is going to be rocking later on tonight. Let me tell you that.
Right.
Yeah. So plenty of room, and I'll stuff a lot of people in the 3-9 right there.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
right.
Maximum of 6.
Right.
Let's just put that
it's
out
actually
there.
4,
is it?
but
well,
cool.
you can add on 2.
Right. Right. We'll be the additional.
We'll be the additional 2. Yeah. We'll be there to keep things. We'll take ticket sales.
Oh my goodness!
Now you're on to something.
You conveniently place me next to those brand new, incredible bathrooms.
I like that plug. They do look good.
That's
they
good
look
because
really good.
I've clearly brought the small bladder with me today, which is unfortunate.
You have, and you're going to be. Look at that bougie brown food truck right there too. You got the food truck, you got the Mystic Waters van, and the bathroom, all right there. Man.
I've got cottage cheese in the back of my car too, ready to rock.
Coffee truck's right by him too.
That is coffee truck.
Yeah, man, you're surrounded.
You're good.
Yeah, that's the VIP. That's the real VIP.
That is.
That's what makes me mad is I never can really tell what bladder I'm bringing, and then I get all the way up here and go, clearly I brought the small one. Why is that?
Hey, we got you
this
covered.
This is an important weekend. Right. I should have brought the large bladder.
Plenty of bathrooms here for you, my friend. Then we got the large bathhouse over there. If you find yourself over there, we've got the small bathhouse, and then right over there you got.
Well, I
right
bought some Depends over at Needler's, so if I just have to just slap those on overnight, whatever.
Well, and if you need Ronnie Rummel right there, he is the jack of all trades. My man is here. He can give you a ride anywhere you need to go to.
I bet he is. Hey, tomorrow, I do want to mention, too, tomorrow we've got all this going on once again, too. And we should mention Ford's Garage is going to come out here with food tomorrow.
Ford's Garage will be out here for a little lunch tomorrow.
A little lunchtime for us. Ford's Garage. Richard and Jeff, thank you very much for that. And we'll have that right here. And a big screen to make sure we can watch a lot of college football.
We're going to have some college football. And Lisa's going to give us a little rundown of today into tomorrow and into Sunday. It's a big weekend out here. What do we got, Lisa?
Yeah, so we've got live music tonight. We do have the food truck, which you just mentioned. I think they're out here, 5 to 10 tonight, roughly, and then live music tonight, 7 to 10.
Sammy and Coley, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
What do they
great.
do? They cover stuff?
Oh, I will tell you this. Sammy Farr probably has one of the greatest voices. She's kind of like Susan Tedeschi, right? Like we talked, I think,
The
the
late
other day.
Dolores O'Riordan.
I don't know
the
about that,
Cranberries.
but she has an amazing voice, and she will be out here. And Jason Coley, one of the best guitar players I've heard in a long time out here. So those two will be playing here from 7 to 10, right? Lisa?
Yep, they'll be right here, yeah.
And then
I know you mentioned Taylor's has, they set up food earlier today. So and they donated that food for the barbecue.
I
yeah,
love
so it
Kyle
was
and Chelsea
delicious.
are so
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then tomorrow, so we're pretty excited about tomorrow. There's the float competition, which I feel like we had to mention that it was water, just so that nobody felt the need to decorate a float and drive it around. Although
but if they
somebody
did, that would
does,
be impressive.
that might
that might
earn a
come into
prize. But
play.
yeah, so we're hoping to have some pretty cool decorations or decorated floats out there. And then we have a shuffleboard competition, which gets pretty heated. So you can come solo or, come as a team, and better get creative and bring your A game for sure, because there's a lot of competition. So
I saw Laurel over there, too.
yeah.
It is Heath
I
Birch.
love Laurel.
Heath Birch, his birthday
Shout out to
is tomorrow. Is it officially tomorrow?
It is.
Heath
Heath
calls in
Birch.
and he requests every Saturday night Steely Dan.
Oh, I love it.
That's
Let's
Heath.
request that tomorrow, too.
Laurel, every Saturday night through Nally, requests Prince. But it's always through Nally. It's never, sometimes it's her. If she gets really in the bag, then she calls.
I think
But
I've
if
been
she's
with her
not
a
so
couple
much in the
times and
bag,
she's
it's Ryan
bothered.
Nally that calls.
Hey, I'm a betting man, John. I'm going to bet some money that tomorrow we might get a live request from Laurel, too.
The live mic's going to be incredible tomorrow.
But I
night,
hope
there's no
Heath
doubt.
brings that Steely Dan, because that's a great call right there. I love that.
Heath always goes with the Steely Dan.
But also, we have some live music from 1 to 4 tomorrow with Way Day. Is that correct?
It is, yeah. And it's really special because they're 13-year-old boys. And I really have to tell the story about the kid came in and he was talking to me, and he said he'd like to play out here. He'd like for me to hire him. And I asked him what kind of music he played, and he said, I play classic rock, something that your generation would enjoy. I was like, man, all right, cool.
He was
All
right on.
sounds
That's
good.
great.
Yeah.
About three generations prior.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I know what
yeah.
you're talking about.
So they've been out here a few times. Everybody loves them. They sound great. So
They do.
they're going to play from 1 to 4. And then, so then we have the food truck that will be out here tomorrow night, too, 4 to 9. That is, Big Papa's Pork Pit.
Big Pop.
Yeah.
Yes,
Big
there you go.
Papa.
There's your
Big
pork.
Papa,
You've
Big
had a lot of
Papa.
pork lately,
Yeah.
right? And then we roll into this guy doing his
Yeah.
3rd annual rendition of the JMV Takeover
Yes,
live.
we should mention that we got a shout about Jimmy's over in Pendleton.
Yeah.
Whereas the barbecue is good, however, the tangerine ice cream is beyond legit. From what I have been told.
That was awesome. She was 20 minutes away, I think she came from. She dropped off some shoes.
great.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, that is outstanding. And we absolutely
Tangerine
appreciate
ice
that.
cream.
Doesn't
I've
it sound
never had
good,
it.
huh? Gonna make
I've got to have a
run
little
Jenny's.
chocolate, I think. I can't
I
do
think
the
I'm going to try
tangerine.
the tangerine. Sounds pretty good.
Man, tangerine ice cream. That's good.
That sounds great.
Jimmy's is right over there. What is it, 38 or 30? Oh, hell, I get it.
38. Right off 38, yep. And
38.
Yeah. Yep.
On the way to Emporia.
Okay.
I don't even know where Emporia or Lynn. Where's Lynn? Lynn's that
It's that
direction
way.
too.
Yep,
Yeah,
over there.
Lynn's that direction
Right over
too.
there.
Like 45 miles that direction is Lynn right there. I will say this, and I know that we've had leaders of Pendleton on the show before, but man, what they have done with Pendleton and the way that looks,
It's beautiful.
it's pretty awesome.
A lot of
really
great
is.
people, too. And, I think we'll see Mark Farr, who's the chief of police here. He's an outstanding guy. He'll be here. His wife, Sammy, is playing tonight. So we have a lot of great support out here, a lot of great people behind it. I mean, Lisa's been involved heavily with the town of Pendleton, too, right?
Yep. And we have had a lot of support, so hopefully they'll continue to come on out. So we'll see this weekend. I think a lot of people are staying in town and just taking those staycations where they're, just staying close by and coming out here and hanging out. So, and then I did want to mention Sunday night, we do still have live music. That
Mark
Sunday
Pay
also,
and Foxy.
So. That's right. So 7 to 9 on Sunday. Don't want to forget that part. So.
And Mark Pay, another great guitar player, and Foxy, her voice is
my gosh,
absolutely
it's amazing.
outstanding. It
Yeah.
really is. So a lot of good stuff out here all weekend long.
Yes.
I know you've got you're smoking some brisket or something, right? Didn't you?
I got from what's the place in Noblesville?
I don't know. You went
Banters.
there yesterday. Banters. That's what it
Banters
was.
meat.
Banters, yes.
In Noblesville, I bought like a 12-pound brisket.
Wow.
And it is smoking.
And you're just going to look at it because you won't eat any of it, right?
I probably will not see it. It is purchased for everybody else. That's what I do. I just want to make sure everybody else has a hell of a time.
You've got a 10-pound tub of cottage cheese ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I can go ahead and cobble together a good time on my own, but I want to make sure everybody else has a good time.
You know what works good to help that all happen?
I bet.
A little larceny
There's
bourbon.
no
right there
doubt
like
about
you're,
that.
Enjoying right now.
We'll
right?
come back and talk about that. The lovely Lisa Holverson, thank you for
guys.
being awesome
rock,
and
girl.
putting all of this
Thank you very
together.
much.
We love you, girl.
Love
you
you
know
too.
that. Lisa Holverson, Brent and I return on the other side, and we'll close it down with a look at the college football schedule later on tonight and coming up tomorrow as well. Brent and I to close it, and we'll get to Nicole's Happy Hour coming up at the top of the hour. But right now, somebody going to win 50 in betting and 50 in dining from Harrah's Hoosier Park Racing and Casino in Anderson. Tony Renz. I don't know where
Tony
you are,
Renz.
but
Yeah,
Tony Renz.
Come on, man.
He puts this together Tuesday through Friday. Here it is, your Harrah's Hoosier Park Race of the Day.
I'm your white knight.
93.5 and 107.5. The Fan.
AAA Membership Lounge via YouTube Live. We are at Mystic Waters Campground. 3rd annual Labor Day weekend bender. That's Christopher Cross. That's Brent Holverson. I'm John. Thank you for joining us. Harris Future Park Race of the Day. Brent, are you ready for the winner right here?
I am. What do we have?
Michael J. Hunt.
Mike Hunt?
Yes.
Mike Hunt. All right.
Very Porkies of our winner on this
J.
Friday. 50 in betting, 50 in dining from Harris Future Park. Race of the Day. Michael, that is the greatest name of all time right there.
Outstanding. Nice win, too, by the way.
Made famous, by the way, in the film 1981, Porky's. Produced by the late Mel Simon, brother of Herb Simon.
Look at that. Your knowledge is
the owner of the
impeccable,
Pacers.
friend. Impeccable.
Indeed. Porky's, everybody. So Michael J. Hunt, the winning horse was Mossdale Mac. Paid out $4.60 on a $2 bet. $2 exacta was $13.20. The 50-cent trifecta, $21.20. That is your Harris Hoosier Park Race of the Day. Racing going on now through November. Harris Hoosier Park Racing and Casino in Anderson. Harris Hoosier Park Race of the Day right here. That is on Tuesday through Friday.
Great spot.
Right here on the front.
Right up the road.
Look at Laurel right there.
Look at this beautiful
Laurel's
lady.
outstanding. Are those Jello shots, Laurel?
Just straight Jello.
Love Laurel. Shout out to Laurel. My tongue's not long enough to do this. Don't you have to have like a Gene Simmons tongue to do this accurately? What the hell? Why can't I do that? I got to do my index finger, and who knows where that finger has been. Look. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Laurel.
Yes, thank you, Laurel.
And Jello shots.
Hey, big weekend. Heath's birthday, Sherry and Allie's birthday. They'll be out here tomorrow celebrating with us. The whole day going on, right?
Yep. Hey, I wanted to make mention, too, we had a fan that came out here today with this Sports Locker Wish TV Channel 8 brick.
Dan Landman, who gave us these.
Thank you, Dan.
Awesome. He's from here in Pendleton.
Yes.
He actually has a woodworking business, and he also does commercial playgrounds, too. So
that is cool as hell. And the reason why this brick is cool, because this was a part of Sports Locker on Wish TV Channel 8 with, I guess you would call him my mentor. He'd be really embarrassed if he heard me say that. He'd be go, man, I don't think I'll kick your ass for saying that. Mark Patrick.
Yeah.
Mark Patrick was a part of this on Wish TV Channel 8 on Sports Locker years ago. If you remember, too, that's when you had Sports Locker. You had the Sports Jam on 13. You had Sports Nuts with Dave First on RTV6. And then you still had the 59 Overtime, which holds true today, on Fox 59. You had 4 competing Sunday night sports shows, if you remember, back in the day. So now I think you have Fox 59 and whatever Wish cobbles together that nobody sees because they're opposite of me doing 59 Overtime with Hagan. And then I think that's it. I don't think anybody else does anything like that anymore.
I don't believe so either.
Yeah. So that's the way that it is. Sports Locker, Wish TV Channel 8, by the way. Guys, back in the day, that was pretty awesome. And this reminder for everybody because we have a big weekend at Mystic Waters here.
Big weekend. Come on out. Again, right at the show. We're almost done here. Great time, though, again, man. It's the 3rd year doing this. So Sammy and Coley will be playing from 7 to 10 tonight. And from what I hear, Cabin 39 is going to be rocking, so it's going to be
don't bother knocking. Come on
evening,
in,
right? And then tomorrow, great day tomorrow. And again, Mother Nature's blessed us with some wonderful weather.
Yeah.
And we'll be celebrating Heath Birch's birthday and Sherry Nally as well. And then
is Sherry Nally's birthday?
Yeah, she'll be out here. Her and Nally will be out here. The whole crew's coming out. We've got a big crew coming out tomorrow too. And then we have
Ryan Nally, Ryan Miller.
Oh yeah,
Joe's Grill.
Joe's Grill. We got to love those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow. So again, football, 12 o'clock. We will have that Ohio State game on against Texas, and we'll have that in the lodge and outside. We've got some live music from 1 to 4, and then we have the takeover from 6 to midnight live edition And we have Cam here to dial everything in and make it all work. We learned a little bit after the first year.
We did.
A little bit of kind of a live
Cam,
struggle.
I think, was watching Disturbed over at Ruoff that first year.
Yeah, Cam wasn't
He's going to
here.
hang with us now. That's
so
good.
Cam's here to make it all great. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
And then we do have some big things on Sunday as well with Mark Pay and Foxy playing Sunday night. Great weekend, beautiful weather, great group of people. Big shout out to everybody. Thank you for choosing Mystic Waters. We love you guys all. Thank you very much. John, absolute pleasure, my friend.
I'm going to be here, man. And also, I want to give a shout out to the veterans and the Pendleton Post.
Oh, absolutely.
Our veterans out there. Ball State, Purdue tomorrow, Old Dominion, Indiana. That's 12 and 2:30, respectively. And, of course, on Sunday, Notre Dame and Miami. We'll follow all that and then some. The JMV takeover tomorrow night, 6 until midnight. B105.7, Mystic Waters Campground. We continue here. We got Fever later on tonight versus the Sparks at 10 o'clock, 9:45 Eddie Garrison. The Colts Happy Hour is coming up on the other side. Thank you, my brother.
Hey, thank you, my friend.
Brent
Absolutely.
Holverson, the fun continues. Mystic Waters Campground. James, thank you. Cam, thank you. Listeners, thank you. The fun continues. The Labor Day weekend bender lives at Mystic Waters Campground.